So you tell me if that's exciting for your fan base, Rain.
Go ahead and have it. I'm actually live. I literally had this stream labeled as a new start session 0, so it kind
Yeah.
of session
All
0.
right.
Okay,
Sweet.
cool.
Session 0. All right. Welcome everyone. We're spinning up a session of Rapin Athic or Rapin Atuk, but I'll say Rapin Athic. It's to kind of let you know a little background of it. It's about 660-page book of kind of an old school dungeon crawl. It's got, you know, 300 or 400 kind of different monsters, basically kind of, um, similar but different to things in Monster Manual. So it'll be some things that you haven't seen, hopefully. Um, it's not all, like I mentioned, it's not all dungeony underground, but there's a lot. It's meant to be a campaign setting. So there's a lot of overland stuff, but there is a lot of uh, dungeon. Right now, just to kind of give you a scope thing, I have about 75 various maps, dynamically lit and stuff. So it gets pretty crazy. Um, so it's also sort of meant to be, a 5e version of sort of old school dungeon crawl. Things being fairly difficult and that sort of thing. My general, what are my goals, right? So what are my goals of this? Obviously, goal number one, everybody have fun, right? I am kind of designed this to be a a campaign that I would like to play, right? So, as I think a lot of GMs do, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's something that everybody else would like to play. So, if there are, a consensus of this sucks, don't hesitate to say this sucks, and we will take it a different direction. Um, or if it turns out that the DM style or the whole DMing is poor, I can adjust, or we can move on and say, Jim, you're better off as a player. So idea, have fun. Top idea. Second goal is I want people to be kind of vested in their character, right? Have some want this to uh, not be sort of a throwaway character for them, but hopefully something that they can, develop. And so when they do die later on, it's that much harder. So the main thing about this is also, I want combat to feel like it has some danger and consequence. And we'll kind of get to that as I go over the house rules. Um, I want the dungeon to feel dungeony, right? I want it to be like, okay, if we're in the dungeon, that sucks, versus, oh, we've made it outside and it's nice, fresh air and everything is cool. I want it to be engaging storyline for each individual as well as a group. So I'm trying to come up with, there will be, individual story arcs and individual handouts and uh, individual items and backstories that will hopefully keep you happy and entertained and also, develop toward the story. Um, Finally, kind of on the least thing, but still, I like it to be kind of technically engaging. I want you to kind of enjoy the maps and the handouts and the prettiness of it all, and hopefully, the Roll20 will do some fun stuff. I will not try to overdo it, but we'll add some, um, technical details and that sort of thing. So those are my general goals for the game. Just as a quick aside, I want to go quickly over the because I'm sure you've all read it, but just a quick aside on the stuff I've posted. If you haven't, I have a posting called little extra healing options. If you are a cleric and or paladin and or druid or ranger, you have some options there. I know Meph Kimba has already added the Cure Minor Wounds cantrip. I want to provide you with a little bit of extra healing early on because it could be handy. So check those out. I can help you set up the spell in your character's book if you want it. And I think Zen, I already added some healing salve stuff to yours. Um,
Oh, yeah, because I don't remember getting that.
yeah.
Thank you.
So, okay, big things. Resources. I'm not usually, so typically my DM style is pretty casual, and I'm going to be a little more sort of, I guess, stricter than normal because I think resource uses can be, add to. It can be a good dimension in the game as long as it doesn't get crazy. Um, Rain talked about arrows and stuff, and I said, yeah, let's track arrows and ammunition with the the standard caveat that after a battle you could get back half. But you run out of arrows and you're down in the dungeon, that's going to be a problem. If you're shoot arrows. Um, Things like not probably an issue right now, but things like wearing plate mail and that sort of thing. My assumption is if you're having dinner at the inn or something, you're not sitting around your plate mail unless you tell me otherwise. Um, so kind of as realistic fantasy as I can think, why would if you're sitting around your leather armor, chainmail or something, that's more reasonable. But stuff like that. So you get attacked in the bar while you're eating dinner, you're probably not wearing your plate mail. I do like this whole, I've got this book, Monsters Know What They're Doing, and it's, if you haven't checked out the guy's, he's got a website and stuff too, which is really actually interesting. He basically does combat tactics for monsters, and as opposed to monsters just charging in and dying, they may do other things. This may or may not get annoying. Monsters may very well flee, and there will be there might be a recourse for something. If something flees, something might happen because of it. Um, Also, along that same line, if something's trying to kill you to eat you, it may try continuing to eat you if you're down on the ground. So keep that in mind. Technically, I will let people use a reaction or something like that to try to, if you're getting mauled by a bear, your buddy's down and getting mauled by a bear, you can try to uh, make sure the bear focuses its attention on you, that sort of thing. But keep in mind, things may hurt you when you're down. Everything's going to be rolled in the open. Except for things that obviously don't make any sense, like if I'm trying to stealth a monster or something like that. What else we got here?
So just to fill this out, our viewers
Yeah.
are demanding we fight Tiamat.
Oh, wow.
That is literally what the chat is demanding right now. I'm just throwing that out there. One of our viewers, Trunk, demands we fight Tiamat. I believe his first campaign was the Rise of Tiamat, so he's been watching us since, and he's kind of waiting to relate, I guess, or something. But he demands we fight Tiamat.
Aha. Well,
all right. I'll play Tiamat. How about that?
Ready, go. Okay. All right. Quick, like I said, this is quick crap. Cantrips. I know I've never had this be a problem. I don't expect it to be. You cannot cast cantrips unlimited, but you can. There's a level of exhaustion if you cast for like 10 minutes straight. That will never come into play, except for I have no idea why it would be. But I just wanted to let you know that, there is a downside for casting an hour straight worth of cantrips. Combat, I don't care. People can talk and discuss what they want to do within a combat. I find it a little more exciting and unpredictable like I said, these are all personal things. We can change them up. You don't have to do them. I'm not going to penalize for them, but I will reward for combats that, um, the wizard says, "Gosh, if the rogue would just move 30 feet to the right, I could drop a fireball right there." So that kind of meta stuff, I don't. That's fine by me. But like I said, if I will reward if that meta stuff does not come into play. It is awful easy to not die in 5e. They've made it very difficult to die, except for really early on. But as soon as you get a 5th level cleric and you got revivify, it becomes very difficult. So that being said, I have some stuff about if you res house rules. If you're revivified, no issue. As of Gray talked me into this without knowing. The Raised Dead, you get a 2-point loss, any stat, or a hit dice plus your con. So you could pick, a con and a charisma, whatever. We can say that you came back weaker and you're disfigured a little bit, whatever you want. Resurrection, same thing, except it's a 1-point loss. If you do true resurrection, no issue. So both sides of the spectrum, no issues. The middle stuff is a little tough coming back. Technically, grappling is going to need a hit on grappling. So roll 3. Roll 3, 6 times over. This was a point buy. This was a array buy-in.
I thought we did
standard
array.
array. Yeah, standard array. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I would have loved to have used point buy instead, but
yeah, standard array. Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and do my character again. I did point buy.
Right.
Yeah, just read. I mean, you don't have to character match. You don't have to character match or just figure out your things.
Got it.
It's not a big deal for this go around. Restraining a character, you have to grapple them for a couple of rounds if you want to restrain them. It takes 5 rounds if only one person's doing it. Dispel magic and counterspell. This will probably come up because we got a bunch of magic in this group. If you want to counterspell and you don't know the thing, there's going to be, if you don't know the spell you're being countered against, there's going to be a DC roll. Basically, if it's a completely different class, then you can, so like a wizard trying to figure out what the cleric is casting, the wizards are going to have to make like a religion DC check. I did this, you can, as an update to this, you can do this mechanically as the group, but it's going to take some action. So like if the cleric says, hey, that evil cleric's casting so-and-so, then the wizard knows he can go ahead and cast counterspell at such and such a level. If you miss the DC, then you're just going to guess. You can cast it whatever you like, but realizing that a 3rd level is not necessarily going to be any better than a 4th level if you're countering a 7th level spell, because you're still going to have to roll against it. Crit hit, crit fails. 20 is a critical hit, 1's a miss. There's no penalty other than missing, except and their skill check is not an auto fail if you crit roll a 1. However, skill checks. I do like the idea of being able to take 20. There's a time associated with that, right? So if you want to say I want to check traps, but I really, really want to check traps, then yeah, no problem. I'll say it's going to take 5 minutes, and you can roll, you're auto roll a 20. If you are doing this not a take 20, and there's some time sensitive thing, if you fail a DC by 10 or more, then you effectively sort of critically missed that skill check, and you will wrongly know whatever the information is, but you will wrongly know that with confidence. So that being said, and some of these things, it's kind of up to you guys, but I like the idea of rolling for things that kind of have this binary or non-binary outcome. So most things I'll have everybody just roll, but if it's something that knowing the metadata would be just as good as basically knowing, like that check traps. If you rolled a 4 and they said, and you'd be, oh shit, I rolled real low, there still could be a trap there, right? So that would give you knowledge just by what you rolled. So I'm going to try to take away that kind of knowledge base, and I might say, yeah, tell me what you want to do. I'm going to roll for you, but it won't be on everything. Another gotcha that is going to be annoying for you all, but I think brings a level of realism and management is encumbrance. I kicked it up by 1, so 6 times your strength and you're encumbered, 11 times your strength and you're heavily encumbered. So check out what that does. Take a look at your torches and your rope and and if you have clothes in your inventory, just check those off. I'm not charging for clothes, even though it's like £3. But check your heavy stuff and get rid of it if you can't carry it around, unless you want to carry it around and be slowed. It just makes sense to me that if you're wearing an 80-pound suit of plate mail armor and you got a 12 strength, that's going to be problematic. Spell components don't care except for pricey things, especially pricey consumables, right? And this is so the things that jump out at me of pricey consumables are Lesser Restoration and Stone Skin, right? Both really, really good spells. Both have 100 gold piece consumable cost. I think that lends itself to, oh shit, do I really want to cast this? And do I need to cast it? And, so if it's 100 gold piece or 50 gold pieces or more in consumables, track it. I'm not going to make it hard to buy shit that you need, but, say if you're low on whatever gold dust or whatever to cast a spell, whatever town you're in, you can say, I'm going to buy 300 more, I'm going to buy 3 more uses of this. And I'm not charging extra. There's not going to be a bargain down or anything like that. Just tell me you do it and take the money off. Inventory. If it's in your inventory, you have it. If it's not in your inventory, you don't have it. So, keep that. Potions, I'll take action to use, except for potion to healing. Those will be a bonus action. Because basically the potions of healing, I'm saying that you don't even have to drink them. You could just pour them over your friend, and it'll start closing wounds and that sort of thing. All right. Any questions or concerns, or that's going to totally suck? We don't want to do that in any of those house rules.
Sorry, one question I have real quick is, you ever written down for the encumbrance? I don't remember reading that anywhere in your house rule.
Yeah, it's under my house rule thing, but it's the encumbrance out of the PHB, but I gave an extra instead of 5 times your strength, it's 6 times your strength.
Okay, because my strength is shit, so I kind of need to know that.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys don't really have any big, strong dudes, so yeah. Now, that being said, I'm not a monster. I'm going to give a bag of holding at some point early on, like all DMs are required to do. But but I will say, I will say that the bag will have its, 15 pounds regardless of what it has in it. So, keep that in mind. And it will have its 4x4x4 cubic, it's not an endless bag of holding. There will be, you're not going to throw, 50 bows in there or whatever. So, yeah.
Actually, while we're on encumbrance, real quick, I did turn off a couple of things basically to see if it would change the total weight.
Yep.
By unchecking it, it should have adjusted, right?
I don't know. Did it?
It did not.
I'll check into that, but
okay. I don't think it's going to be an issue today. But...
think if it's equipped, unchecking it doesn't do anything. Let's try unequipping it and unchecking. Nope, same thing.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I don't want to do it. I'm not trying to do a ton of math here, but I just want to, like I said, everybody carrying around 10 foot of hempen rope at 10 pounds or whatever it is, or 50 foot
Right.
of rope is, that kind of becomes unrealistic, right? So,
Sure.
Yeah.
yeah,
The weight adjusts if you modify the number
yeah, the
of how
number of
many
items.
are in
The
there.
quantity as opposed
Yeah,
to
the
the equip.
quantity.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it
Excellent.
will do
Thank
that.
you.
So, and like I said, the big things to look at right now, if you got to cut weight or torches, because it usually gives you 10 torches, and everybody here has dark vision except for Meth, I think, and like rations, stuff like that.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I had a I had a 25-pound chest that I certainly don't plan on carrying.
yeah, and a
with me.
25, stuff like that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not cheap.
Yeah.
If you guys need, Kelevar can help carry some of that. He doesn't have the best strength, but being Goliath, he's got powerful build, which helps his encumbrance rating a hell of a lot.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So we will have a Goliath. Cool.
Well, I just realized something. Matt, you're a lizardman,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
How did you miss being was the lizardman, lizard face or slaughter face? What was the hammer bells lizard?
Yeah. Honestly, I was gonna mention that was such a missed opportunity. Not being, I thought maybe I could work it with scatter to where like my grandmother was Lizard Bell Slaughterface or something.
Yeah, damn it. Well,
There
there
it
you
is.
go.
Okay.
I like that. Let's see what else I got. I don't think I have anything else here as far as the technical details. Yeah. Everybody, like I said, I think. So on the Roll20 side of things, you should have under characters, on the handouts. I gave everybody their own personal notes. So you should, if you want to keep your own notes, you can. I think I have everybody taken as far as artwork. If you do not like your artwork, i.e., Thor, send me artwork.
Okay, will do.
And yeah. So, what are? I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to make this, too formal or anything. But what are some? Anybody have any goals or expectations or that they want from me?
I do.
I would like to be Tiamat. Now that it's been brought up,
Yeah, now that's an option.
yeah.
If we meet Tiamat, you can play Tiamat. How about that? I like that.
All right.
But you're still level one.
Yeah.
So a cobalt with high ambitions.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A hot-headed cobalt with high ambitions. Right.
Yeah, and some general, like I said, it's kind of designed to be a hard thing. You guys are heavy magic, so that's probably good. It's a non-linear, it's a campaign setting, right? The dungeon's not necessarily linear in where you can go. It's like I said, it's quite large. There's things that go, from level whatever down to level X that you may find yourself like, oh, I should not really be walking around on level X. Hopefully that will be obvious. But there are things to avoid. There are things to potentially run from. Like I said, it's not if you're on the early on it's pretty linear, and first level is easy stuff, second level, third level, or if I'm in this top level dungeon and so. But once you get into nitty gritty, you could find yourself in bad situations. So kind of keep that in mind as far as the general setting.
So I've got a question then. What about the retraining rules from Tasha's for things like swapping out cantrips and such like that at level ups?
Oh, yeah, I don't remember reading anything that sounded character breaking, so sure.
Okay, yeah, because one of the things I was thinking about with Kelavar was picking up the Cure Minor cantrip that you had offered.
Yeah,
But since that isn't going to scale out past low levels,
right, exactly.
and he's going to be multi-classing into fighter at some point, I was thinking take that for the first few levels until we get up to past one hit death, and then
Right.
swap that out for something more useful.
Yep, no problem. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm like, where's? Oh, wait, so who am I missing in game?
Door here.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
I had to restart the browser. There was an update.
Everybody's here.
And this as much time as as I've been spending on this, it's been at sort of the macro level of getting all the monsters in, getting all the dynamic lighting on, stuff like that. And as soon as we, a couple weeks ago, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta really start working on the actual individual micro sessions. So I'm actually glad I have kind of a month after this to get things. But I think I got a good start here. So like I said, if anybody finds this to be, dragging or too difficult or annoying in some way, feel free to speak out and just send me a direct message or something. And we'll work with it. All right. Any final comments, questions, suggestions, anything? I think we probably got about an hour maybe of something to do here.
The only thing, and it sounds like you're running this all old school, which is great, dangerous, nail biter kind of stuff. I'm guessing pretty much everybody here has been in that situation, played that kind of game before. I'm worried somebody's going to get frustrated if it gets a little dicey or if somebody actually dies.
Right.
And I don't know if that's. I mean, really, I think at this point, either Meph or Zen are probably the least experienced players, and they've both been playing for 5 or 6 years now, and it's probably not going to be an issue.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So is death a possibility? I want to say that, yeah. I'm not out to kill anyone, but it is made to be a difficult thing, and I think that like I said, that lends itself to, combat's feeling like you've accomplished things, or that deadly trap is not we've got around it, that sort of thing. So yeah, I don't and there are there like I said, there are definite means of bringing back characters. I mean, the thing you kind of want to avoid here, right, is a team kill type of thing. But
right,
once you get a cleric of basically any kind of decent level, your death chances come a lot lower. But
right.
But yeah, there's a possibility if so.
But that's a good thing in and of itself. I think it keeps everybody on edge and kind of adds to it. I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say.
I don't want to frustrate anybody, right? So
right,
yeah,
right.
And I know Rain's comment on are there any not rolling DC 25 checks? No, that you're not doing that. But you're rolling a reasonable DC to a a reasonably dangerous trap. It's
right.
It's not a 1d6. Well, for you guys now it is, but it's a it's a trap that has consequence. It's not like
Sure.
you step in a puddle.
So level 1 trap would be like maximized fireball. Got it.
Right.
Exactly. No, that might be your pit trap. You take a couple d6. But that might kill you falling into a 10-foot pit. But it's not going to be
Not
chances
save
are
or
it's
die.
not- Yeah, it's not save or die. So yeah.
Well, actually, falling in a pit trap is probably preferable to dying where Kimba can get to our remains. Since
Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
those are
Right.
folks that like crafting from like the hides and bones of their party members.
Right. Or just stealing the magic items, one of the two. Right.
Yeah, one of the two. Rifling through the stuff.
Right.
All right, we're going to fire it up. We're going to see what happens.
Let's do this.
Is Meth is there? So if I move everybody else here, and we'll see if this loads up for people. Pink.
Bingo.
Is everybody meet in a bar?
Yeah.
Cool. So, welcome to Zelkor's Ferry. Everyone here that is here has been at the ferry now for a couple of days. I'm going to try to go by people's names. So, Gallandel, is that it?
That is it.
Gallandel and Talnar. Is it Talnar? Talnair. All right. Hold on a sec. This is
Yeah,
Talamir.
but I want to get this down. All right. Talnir is how you want it. Talnair. Okay. Yeah, you have come to Zelkor's Ferry because it's the closest point, closest civilized point to the Dungeon of Graves, to Rapanathik, and you have your reasons for being here, and you know what they are. But yeah, this is where you decided to sort of get the feel of the immediate surrounding lands, try to get some more information on the dungeon itself, as opposed to just sort of jump in. You've heard some pretty bad stories about it. Everything is, hey, you do not want to go there. And there's also some very specific stuff about a well, and you definitely don't want to go down a well. The Ravona, is that it?
Yes.
All right, Ravona, you are at you're at Zelko's Ferry, and you've been here for quite a while now. You actually live not too far out of the little town here. It's not so much of a town, but just kind of a ferry crossing space. But you come in sort of nightly to do your research. And right now you are sitting at a table with a very drunk old man who you've talked to many times, and he is giving you information about Rapanathik and the surrounding area, and you are frantically writing all that down in your journal, trying to keep up with his ramblings. Over in the other corner, you see a gigantic humanoid dude, well over 7 feet, and he's sitting drinking with a feline humanoid person. You have both come to Zelkor's Ferry for your known reasons, and have recently arrived. You've noticed the Ravona. She's been here. She's been here all evening, scribbling away, and you've kind of been picking up some fragments of what Vilmore's been saying. But yeah, it's just kind of a casual evening. There is a barkeep. You all know him as Odo, and there is a barmaid. You all know her as Tally. And Odo has his wife in the back cooking. It's quite a pleasant inn. The size of, just to give you a size of the, I should take off all the dynamic lighting, but let's see if I can just do this. Of course, Perry, dynamic lighting off. Everybody see all of Zelkor's Ferry?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So to get a size of the place, it's basically on a little peninsula. You've been able to walk around. They've got a trading post, a barracks with a few guards. They have a smithy, an old kind of necromancy type of dude who's also in the bar tonight drinking with you. And they do have a gem cutter in the immediate area, but in general, very small area. It's just used to. However, it does get a lot of traffic with the ferry coming in and ferrying people back and forth. There is an old trading road that runs. You all know this too, so we'll do this. Pink. There is a.
We see black.
Oops, sorry. Dynamic lighting. Thank you. Pink. I just default turn it on for everything, and that's so. Everybody see Overland?
Mm-hmm.
You are right here. There is an old. There's a trading route that goes off along the riverbank that way, and then continues on the other side that way to the east coast. Yeah, so that's where that is. You getting all this, Meth? I thought
Yep,
so.
yep. I'm actually watching on Billy's stream.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Yeah, well, I'll just leave dynamic lighting off since I've given away everything already. But yeah, like I said, this guy is definitely talking about Rappanathic, and he's going on and on about. And then I cast one of my terrible spells, and I destroyed the whole bunch of them, and Vilmort the Great they call me, and you hear Odo call out, Vilmor the Drunk they call you, and he's gets a little upset with that, but turns back. Where was I? Where was I? And he talks back to Ramon. Yeah, we were down in the depths, and terrible, hellish place. Did I tell you don't go down the well? God, whatever you do, don't go down the well. I lost 3 friends, and he just goes on and on. And I don't know Thor's character's name, but Thor, you're picking all this up and trying to memorize kind of what's going on and that sort of thing. Also, you notice that as you were walking around, that there was a couple of guards that looked like they had some wounds on them. They had kind of bandaged up, and looked like they were doing a little bit of repair on the front gates. And Odo says, enough of that. Enough about Rappanathic. Hell, that's nobody would go down to that place. If you need if you're looking for some adventure in your life, somebody ought to take care of those damn goblins. Hell, I'd pay people to take care of those goblins.
Goblin?
Hey,
What's the problem with Goblin?
Gallandel stands up and kind of saunters over. What's the problem with goblins? Oh, the damn goblins! They keep attacking people on the old road, and just recently they actually attacked the walls of Zelkor's here. Never seen that before. They're supposed to be held up in the old castle Kalen.
I'm not familiar. How far away is Castle Kalen?
Oh, it's about 15 miles down the old road.
Huh. So they came 15 miles. There must have been a lot of them, the brave attack of the walls here.
We took down a few of them, but yeah, we scared them off. I'm not too worried about it. They're just more of a nuisance when they attack here, but they've sure been a pain in the ass of people traveling the road.
Yeah, that would certainly hamper business.
And
Wow.
Bill Mort goes on, goblins ain't nothing. Let me tell you about the Dungeon of Graves. And he stumbles up and stumbles into the middle of the room and gather round all who want to listen. And he goes on this just crazy, it was horrible, and he was down in the depths and the skeletons and then he saw a purple worm, and we all ran for it, and nobody knows what a purple worm is, but it was a huge. It must have been 60 feet long, and he goes on and on about his thing.
Do his stories get more grandiose as he's been drinking?
Yeah, they all sound pretty, fantastical to you. Like, there's no way it's that bad, There's, it's. But he seems to be a guy who, might know some information about he's certainly giving information, but nothing specific that's been, asked.
Mm-hmm.
And you do notice are you human, Ravona?
No,
Are you a human?
no.
No,
Oh,
elf.
Elf, yeah.
Yeah. So you do notice, the elf kind of follows him over, and she's got a book, and she's just frantically writing shit down. And Ravona, you know why you're here as well, and so you are always on the lookout for, people.
Help investigate.
Oh, Doc, how do you pronounce the name again? Gallendale?
Why don't we just go with Gallon for right now?
Okay.
Gallon.
Give. That's your capacity.
So I just kind of fork an eyebrow. So, you don't think this is beneath us? I see you getting excited over there.
I don't get excited over anything, but I think it's a good start. I think these people could use a little help.
Odo's kind of leaning your way. Hell, I'll make it worth your while. 50 gold to anybody who'll help me rid these of the goblins.
Oh.
So, Gallon, I'm looking at my coin purse. It is kind of light. That spellbook was kind of pricey. How bad are you hurting, Gallon?
Well, we can stay here for a few more days, but just that 50 gold would kind of help both of us out, wouldn't it?
Think you can get more? You guys kind of smile at you.
I look over to Otto. I'm like, well, if you're willing to chip in 50 to get rid of the goblins, do you think it's got to be hurting everybody's business here? Do you think anybody else would be willing to chip in? 50's a little light to be risking our necks.
Good roll of persuasion.
Oh, with advantage.
Hurting anybody. Hell, I own the whole place.
Do you now?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then it's all true. You could it's got to be hurting you pretty bad. You might be able to afford a little more than 50. And,
If I send you two in against the goblins, hell, it's like throwing money away. You'll never make it back alone.
So with that, I stand up, do like the Captain Morgan pose on the chair. And who the hell do you think we are? I am Talnev. Goblins are beneath me. I will easily take them out.
And Villemort sees that, and he kind of turns toward you and stumbles in your direction and leans on the table. He gives a chuckle and obviously drunk. Look at you whelps. You'd all piss your pants the first sight of a black skeleton. And then he turns to Ravona. Oh, sorry, Missy. You pissed your bloomers. One hit from those skeletal bastards, and you're weak as a kitten. And he comes down here and to this table and starts telling you about the black skeletons, and you'd never survive them. Look at you, like a little kitty cat, you. And he does a little scratching in the air with his hand.
Yeah, swat him away.
Galen, I believe we're just
And up his
insulted.
purse.
Sweet, give me a roll.
what did you do?
Give me a sleight of hand roll. He's drunk. You got an advantage. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
You have a purse. He's got 25 gold in it. It is
Whoa.
yours.
All right.
Calavar sort of shakes his head at Shadow a little bit and just looks amused.
I don't even know.
I'll pull out of it and return it to him before he notices.
All right, easy enough. Yep, because you kind of pat him along the way. Come sit down here, and you sit him back down at the table as you. But yeah, you're 5 gold. Nobody knows it. I mean, you can give me a perception if you want, Galavar.
Well, Calavar probably noticed because he knows.
Those.
That's almost a reflex for me at this point.
Yeah, if you weren't trying to hide it from anyone else, then sure, he can see it. And yeah.
Can I go meta for just a second?
Sure.
I'm not seeing a advantage disadvantage button.
I think we got turned on in the settings.
See.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, you got to
Character
run the
settings.
settings. Character, yeah. There's a.
Yeah, that's in the
Top right,
character
top right.
sheet itself, right?
Okay. I will
Click on the
find it.
little gear, and then
Gear.
and then like on the right hand side up at the top, I think is where that is.
Oh, always roll advantage. Let's just stick with that. Query advantage. There we go. Right?
Well,
Toggle. I think I used toggle that way at the top.
if we always roll with advantage and we don't have advantage, can't we just use the first number out of that?
Yep.
Though?
Yep.
Yeah.
So might as well just
Fine.
leave it on.
I use the advantage toggle. That way it's at the
Yeah,
top.
whichever one you want.
Yeah, I turned on auto roll damage as well just to speed things up.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's
you can. Whatever you want.
yeah. Groovy.
So I
Thank
do
you.
believe he just insulted us, Galen. Well,
I think he's drunk. Why don't you just relax for a minute and
no. We're going goblin slaying now, my friend.
that's fine. I was afraid you were going to challenge him to a duel or whatever it is you do in court.
I would never hurt the peasants.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm here
the
to protect
obligations of
them.
nobility.
I'm here to protect
Well-
them, not hurt them.
You know, that's why I'm here too, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
He says, leaning over. We can go after goblins, but why don't we go tomorrow? Galen rolls his eyes and stands up, looking at the rest of the bar, and says, without talking to Tal here. Well, we're going to be leaving tomorrow to take care of the Goblin problem. Would anybody else like to join us?
Noto says there's 50 gold into it. Hell, it's Castle Kalalan. It's been abandoned for damn near 70 years. I mean, if you
What's the worst that could happen?
If you get rid of them, hell, you can keep the damn castle. It's not like anybody's gonna tell you to get out of it.
There we go.
Oh.
Hey, 70 years. That's like yesterday, right?
Pretty much.
Like you would remember yesterday.
For some of us, Doc. For some of us.
Yeah.
That was
yeah, Ravona, you think this would be a good idea to introduce yourself, because these guys seem like they're the they're the adventuresome kind. If they're going to get information on Castle Galen, then that's information that you want.
Yeah, I guess I go introduce myself and say, I would like to get to know this area more. There are things that I need to find out that would be helpful for my tribe or whatever it is. Is it tribe?
Definitely helpful for you for what you're trying to accomplish. Yeah.
If you don't mind, I'll tag along. I could be handy.
You can fend for yourself.
Possibly could.
What does Ravona look like, if I may ask? Dress and whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't actually have my description, do I?
She's elf. I don't know what
She's
kind of elf. I don't know what kind of
wood elves.
Lowly wood elf.
Lowborn, right?
Yeah.
You can make an investigation check if you want.
Yeah, I think
you're trying to get more of a feel.
A little bit. Well, I mean, is there armor? Is there a sword? Is there
Yeah, she looks of nature.
Yeah.
She looks like a.
She looks dirty. Got it.
Yeah, she looks like a dirty wood elf to you, but
right.
Like she's, lives off the land and.
Right. I try to ignore the odor and right.
But you figure that if Odo's telling the truth, there might be a fair amount of these things. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
Would a knowledge history check allow us to know anything more about the castle, or anything useful, or waste
no, you guys are far enough away that for you it doesn't. Although Ravona says she knows the area quite well and can get you there with no problem.
Well, that alone should be a significant help. So that bow, what kind of weapon do you have with you? A bow, a sword,
The guy with the Ravona?
Yes.
No, I carry a short bow and a scimitar.
Perfect. So those aren't just for show. You know how to use those, right?
I'm not going to challenge you, but yeah, I think I do.
I'd say that's a very ranger thing to say. As a matter of fact, I don't need to show it off. Like maybe a barbarian would be like, "Hey, you want to see?"
No, you won't challenge me. But that's good. Then you're welcome. You're welcome to tag along with us. Anybody else?
Odo says, it's looking like you may have a chance.
Oh.
How about that big guy over in the corner? Hell, the goblins see him, they'll run away. What say you, friend? 50 gold for you?
Calavar actually looks over at Shadow and shrugs and goes, "It might be a fun distraction, and the money wouldn't hurt."
I am curious about what they've got down there.
Mm-hmm.
The big fellow like that along shouldn't be a problem at all. As you stand up and just tower over everybody.
Just as he's not that tall. I mean, as far as Goliaths go, he's practically short.
Well, sure. But everybody else what is he, 7'3"?
Yeah, 7'3".
Yeah, and you've got three elves and a tabaxi standing around him. So yeah, he's towering. He's towering over everyone.
You know what we call people like you? Cover.
Odo's a big
Full cover.
dude, and he's looking up. He's looking up hot. He's looking up at you.
So just I'm watching Rain's stream here, and I'm looking at all these tokens. I think the light blue one's the Tabaxi. Am I right?
Yep.
And that is Thor's character.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. And so that would make the one in the square just to the bottom right of him the Goliath.
Yep.
Yes, he's a Goliath, but he's actually a little odd for a Goliath. He has long hair and a beard.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
something you've never really seen on a Goliath before.
yeah. And then we have our ranger here in the middle.
Well, a nature person.
A nature person. You're right. You're right. And then up top here, I see.
What would be really awesome is if we could have
Can you
names.
zoom in on you and Doc there, Rain?
Yes. Talnad and Gallon.
Oh, did I not? I thought I had. Let's see. Did I put?
No, we don't have names.
We've got a tooltip on Vilmort, but we don't have tooltips on any of the player tokens.
Huh. I did that. Well, let's just do nameplates. How about that?
That works.
Thought I set up the.
Is it such where we all can see them? So right now,
I can see mine.
yeah, I can see mine.
All
That's
right.
it.
I can't see mine.
Plate. Geez, how the hell do I? Where's that at?
Yeah, it's I think it's at the bottom. I'm used to-
player.
yeah, other players see something here. Let me.
Hold on, dynamic lighting. No. I can't believe it's just not turn on nameplate.
That would make too much sense.
Player permissions. See? All right, can everybody see town there?
Yep,
Town
I
power?
can.
Yeah.
Okay. And you cannot see Galen, correct?
Correct.
All right.
I can, but that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now you can, correct?
Yes.
All right. I know where I'm going now. All right.
Each one individually?
Yeah, it's a thing. Sorry. Oh, I don't have Thor assigned because I didn't have a character. Hold on. Thor is Thor. And see that. And there you go.
Thor's character is Shadow, yes?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
cool.
Easy enough.
Calabar can go by just his first name if you want to save space.
Okay.
Guys, I got to mute for just like 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay. Save that. Thor is Shadow. Bink. Cool. We good?
Yeah, I see everybody.
All right.
Besides our
Cool.
cleric.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, so up top we got the two elves that look fancy pants.
Yep.
Yeah. So Odo, well, it's settled then. And he does a quick count on his fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he steps back into the back room for a bit, comes back out and sits a big bag of gold down. Half now, half when you get back.
Okay.
So there's 125 gold there.
If we get back.
Yeah, 125 gold in a bag sitting there. A singular bag.
Would somebody like to divvy this up?
Everybody jumping up at those, or grabbing the bag themselves, or just gonna let it sit there?
Goblin moves up next
but
to
he
it.
is not there.
He doesn't actually make a move to grab the bag, but he does walk up there next to it, and he's waiting patiently for Galen, who's the one negotiating it. He's just sitting there waiting until Galen walks up.
And Odo starts pouring drinks for everybody. Here's to a successful, non-dying mission. And he gives everybody a thing of beer.
Oh. Thank him kindly, nod head, and divvy up the gold. Everybody, I assume, has something to put it in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could have counted all out fair and everything.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yep. And I will keep the bag for myself.
So let's as you're all standing around, you can do a quick description since everybody is now best buds. But yeah, Galen, you look down and you see, like I said, this guy just towers over you. Do you want to Kalavar, you want to tell them what they see?
I suppose I was hoping somebody else would go first, but
oh, okay. Well, somebody else can go first.
Yeah.
I'm the new person in y'all's group.
Who wants to describe themselves for the group? It doesn't have to be a major event, just a quick description.
You know what? Why don't we just go around the table? I'll start it.
All right.
I will. Sure. In typical human custom, I'll offer my hand to the Goliath. And
yeah, if you've seen the Andre the Giant, if you've seen him with like a Coke can in his palm.
Yeah, where'd my hand go? Right.
Yeah.
As you reach out, he offers you a fist bump.
Yeah, nice. And you're wearing your mask too, aren't you? And there we go. And I come back with the bruise, with my pale, almost ivory skin, and hair golden and violet eyes, standing slightly over 5 feet tall, wearing the. Hey, what's your family colors there?
Let's go ahead and go red and silver.
Okay, red and silver. I'm wearing red and silver, a brooch, actually, holding covering a very nice green traveler's cloak. I still have the flute in my hand that I was playing softly in the corner. I'm pretty sure the flute's older than you are, and I'm an attractive man, but of indeterminate age, with a heavy elven accent to my common. And that's me. Well met.
Nice. Next up, how about Rain, who's obviously superior to everybody else in the room?
So I do have the a set of fine clothes on. Carry myself very distinguished. I have the noble background, so as you can tell so far, a little arrogant. Really almost like silvery blonde hair tied back into a ponytail. Long hair. Clean. As I look over at our ranger druid person.
Nature person.
Yeah, signet ring. Probably the same signet that's actually the server icon. I'll use that signet because why not? And I have a nice size spell book on my side, and actually have a short sword tied to my other waist. So I have a spell book and a short sword, and a longbow sitting over in the corner.
Yeah, Shadow, you immediately notice these are quite valuable clothes he's wearing, and a quite pricey sword, and it looks like the pouch is he's got quite a bulging pouch I would
My
say.
charisma's not that high, but thank you. But yeah, very clean.
Yes, you can tell you have an eye for the noticeable wealth that he puts off.
Let's go silver eyes, really light hair, and regular skinned, pale for an elf.
Yeah, you all do notice that Galen is close to albino, but except for he's coloring of his hair and stuff, so he's quite pale for the elf.
Yeah, I'm not that pale.
No, not Talnar. Ravona.
She wears a leather armor. She actually carries a staff, which the rest of her weapons stowed away on her body. Most color like earth tones, greenish, brown, kind of like tree bark skin. I mean, not covered skin, not tree bark skin. So she looked like she could just, be part of the forest if she could. That's what, the aura she gives out.
Yeah, a dirty forest elf. Yeah.
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 And keeps to herself, mostly quiet.
Yeah. How about Shadow?
Shadow evidently was distracted by a beam of sunlight
I think
through the window, and he's taking a nap over there.
Yeah, he's curled up around the fire.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't hear Thor if you are trying to talk. But all right, how about
maybe he's back in the kitchen making biscuits.
Could be. Jeez, he's going to be sorry. We can't be doing all these tabaxi jokes because he's going to be sorry to pick a tabaxi. But yes, it's quite unusual. Tabaxis, people know about them, but not. It's unusual to sort of see one. So, but he looks kind of sneaky, cat-like.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to step away for a sudden moment.
Sure.
Yeah, he's not very well dressed, but he takes care of his stuff. But wasn't the finest to begin with.
Wait, Gardner can counter.
Very striking green eyes, kind of a bluish gray color to the fur. You can see that he's carrying a pair of short swords, and but you don't really see any other weapons.
Nice. And the tall super giant.
Yeah. So Kalavar, as I mentioned earlier, yes, he's a Goliath, but atypical. I mean, I don't think anybody has ever seen a Goliath with long hair before, but he's actually got long black hair. His skin is kind of a grayish blue color, which is relatively common amongst the Goliath. But his markings that he has are actually almost a crimson color rather than the typical black or gray. If you didn't know better, you'd actually think they were war paint until looking more closely, you realize that no, actually, that's his colorations. Brown tunic over the distinctive sound of chainmail as he was moving up to the bar. You can see a warhammer hanging from his belt and a hunting crossbow slung across his back.
Sweet. Vilmort sees everybody gathering up and distributing money, and oh yeah, those goblins will really be running now. And he kind of collapses in the drinking. And well, good luck to you. Yeah. It's early evening.
I look to him and say, "Are you sure you wouldn't like to go with us? Someone of your experience would be indispensable."
Vilmore the Great, they used to call me, and Odo, the drunk, Vilmore the drunk. And I've seen the depths of Ravenathic, and then he collapses. He starts snoring on the table. So
To Otto and say, is anybody going to be able to take him home, or does he just sleep here?
Oh yeah, we'll take care of him. Otto says, this is a nightly thing for him. Come back for Act 2 tomorrow. If you make it back, that is.
Well, yeah, we should be busy most of tomorrow.
Everybody calling it a night? Or you want to head out?
Well,
Be unwise.
Ravona says a lot of danger out there. Might want to wait till the day. But she said, we could get a drop on him at night too. That could be useful.
Yeah.
So, side question: assuming that you said that we've been in town for a while here, so we all have someplace where we're renting or something like that here in town.
You were all staying here at the inn. Yes, you have rooms upstairs. And there is a trading post that has casual stuff out of the player's handbook if anybody needs something.
How many day travel is it?
15 miles.
Yeah, you guys could get there, early morning.
Is the trading post still open? You said it's early evening at this point.
Yeah, you can knock on the door. I mean, he doesn't have any real regular hours. He sells shit when people need it.
So 15 miles. How big of the castle are we talking? Actually, I look over at Rona. You can hunt, correct?
Hunt?
Hunt. Ravona thinks she can, supply
supply
game to people if need be.
But having dry ration is always, visible, and always in a place where we can find something to eat.
Ravona gives you the quick history of the castle, as she knows it. She's been researching a little bit, and she said, it used to belong to the Kalalan family. They abandoned it for unknown reasons. It's kind of half sinking on one side. She's been by it before. There weren't goblins there at the time, but it's definitely not in great use. But it's a pretty big. It's got 2 stories on it, and it's pretty big.
So pick up, I don't know, 4 days worth of rations sound good to you guys? Only like 2 gold pieces total.
That should be fine.
That'd be enough.
15 miles is
Yeah.
what, 5 hours on foot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly, goblins, and especially with their current activities, they're probably close to nocturnal. So maybe it does make some sense to get them in the earlier part of the day. If we could catch them unaware at night, they see well enough in the dark as well. There won't be any advantage there. But if we can catch them, even some of them asleep.
That works.
What do you think?
And shrugs. I'm good to slip off this beer and puts his glass back down.
Alrighty. So, on the assumption that everybody wants to crash for the night, Odo says that the heroes of Zelko's ferry, the rooms are on me. As he kind of chuckles, of. So.
Well, thank you very much.
And unless anybody wants to, steal anybody's gold or anything like that, we will call it a night, and everybody gets up in the morning and gathers around for their morning trip to the castle. Does anyone want to
Sounds
purchase
good.
anything before they go, or are they happy with what they have?
Calavar definitely needs to purchase some stuff.
Okay. If it's casual stuff, you can go over to Rasmus Pie. He's a friendly dude. What can I do for you?
Calavar's looking for like a hammer and some like spikes or pitons.
Easy enough. Whatever it is in the PHP cost-wise.
Yeah, just doing the juggle of PHP versus Roll20 to find them and find the costs, because it looks like Roll20's compendium doesn't show the costs.
Sorry.
Somebody has a 10-foot pole, right?
5 gold. Sounds reasonable.
Okay, yeah. So looks like a hammer is 1, and then I don't see spikes. 10 iron spikes are 1 gold.
All right, 2 gold.
Done.
Okay. We're going to all buy some rations, some dry rations, right?
Yes. Or at least I did.
Yep.
Someone bring me some incense.
Yeah.
Someone bring the
I'm just
lizard
kidding.
some insects. Got it.
No.
That'll work. It's not bad. Everybody happy? Pay whatever it is in the thing. You can buy it.
Still going through the list real quick.
Okay.
Does somebody have a length of rope? Does somebody have the 10-foot pole?
Got a rope, don't have a grapple hook for it, don't have a mirror, don't have ball bearings, don't have any of the usual going into a castle, ruins type bits.
I'm going to let the hired hands carry the heavy stuff.
We left them back with your father, if you recall.
No, the new ones. Kind
Well,
yeah, this elf definitely has a air of superiority about him.
Yeah, the other thing that Calavar really kind of wants is he kind of wants to buy a longsword, but obviously, that's not necessarily something that's going to show up at the trading post.
Yeah, like I don't have enough money or enough strength to carry anything else, so this is my yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Also, the equipment packs that come out of the Character Mancer, they include a crossbow, but they don't include quarrels, it doesn't look like, or bolts.
Yeah, throw on. That's a
It's
0
like
cost.
1 gold piece for 20.
Yeah, give yourself 20 if it came out of the. Yeah, that's cool. If you don't have any bolts or anything, give yourself 20. And if you want to buy more, do 1 gold piece for 20 more. Like I said, I'm not trying to super track. I'm not going to you're not going to bargain for everything. Just if it's something reasonable, you can have it. So I just want to make sure that you know you have it, and we all know you have it, or you don't have it.
Do they have anything like either ball bearings or caltrops, or God forbid both?
I don't have any caltrops, but sure, he's got a handful of ball bearings for you.
A bunch of D4s.
Yeah, here you go. All right, yeah, I think I would. How much did you want for those? Like gold or something?
Sure, gold.
Yeah. PHP says a bag of 1,000 ball bearings is 1 gold, and it weighs 2 pounds.
Sure.
So,
1,000 ball bearings.
Logistical.
So this is kind of old school. You guys got to tell me what. I've never seen ball bearings used in D&D. What is the thing here?
You ever?
Well,
throw them on the ground.
Yeah, Myro used it to gauge depth.
Yeah,
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
Because I'm imagining I'm imagining like Home Alone.
Sure,
Yeah,
You know,
that too. That will work.
You can
Yeah.
do that with them, yeah.
That's
To make it difficult terrain,
mhm.
but that will be danger to your friends too.
interesting.
Yeah, so they
Okay.
should pay attention to where I put them.
yeah.
Okay, we have flint and steel, we have fire, we don't need a tent. We've decided we're going to do this all in a day.
I think you can get them back in a day. Maybe not back. If we're successful, we could rest there.
Yeah, and if we're not, it won't really matter, will it?
Yeah, it's a castle.
It is a
Or a
castle.
graveyard.
That.
Looks like a castle to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody happy?
I think so.
Yeah.
You head out in the morning, and after stocking up, and let me get you on map here. So, as you get closer to the map or closer to the castle, let me just copy and paste you. Sorry, that's going to be easier. Ravona, she seems to know her way around the area pretty well. And copy. And,
All I'm seeing is black. Is that
yeah,
everybody else?
that's
Okay.
not pasted you yet. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
Pasting. This is not physically where you are right now, but this way you can kind of see what's going on. Everybody see stuff now?
Yes, I can.
Cool. So, as you get kind of closer, expecting goblins, everybody is, being kind of as stealthy as they can, and you're a couple hundred yards away, so not currently, and you do see a goblin, not a small humanoid, who is basically just sort of sitting on this bridge of a castle and poking at his teeth, kind of grumbling. Looks like something that doesn't want to be there, but definitely not guarding things. But he is, out on
Is he armed?
he is out on an open bridge. He is armed. Yes. And like I said, right now he's 300 feet away. And since you guys go into this expecting goblins, you are huddled best you can, the 7'3" dude behind some brush. And Ravona says, "Goblin."
Let's see.
Just the one?
That's all you guys can see right now. Yeah, just the one.
Okay,
And this is of scale, on map, but you guys are another 250 feet off the map.
Yeah. Map's completely black for me still.
Really?
We in
Oh,
the
you know
lower.
what? I think because I haven't set your character up because.
Oh, yeah. One of the things I was reading for Roll20 as well for Twilight Clerics is that you may want to not set my full dark vision distance.
Yeah.
Because evidently it screws with the lighting system.
Huh. Okay,
So
I'll check it out.
Just set it at 120 or whatever, rather than the normal 300.
Gotcha. Vision, and you have night vision, right?
Dark.
Dark vision.
Thor.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All
And
right.
then, so Scatter, was Kelevar able to procure a longsword in town before he left or not?
Yeah, longsword's easy enough. Whatever the cost is.
Yeah, it was 15 gold.
Sure.
So just I'm still adding crap to my sheet, trying to get it all, getting the count versus the weight and such like that, right?
Oh,
I ended up adding one bolt that weighed 40 pounds, So fixed all that.
Meph, they are unaware of, and so no, you will not, because the actual outer wall is blocking that. If anything, you will see in the courtyard.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Which would be, this area. Oh, I see. From where you're at. Yeah, I mean, that's a possibility. This area. So, cool.
Very well.
All right. Yeah, so that's what you got. 300 feet away, Goblin at a pretty beat up drawbridge with a dry moat.
And the drawbridge is down?
Drawbridge is down. Yeah, it does not actually look functional.
Oh.
I mean, you don't see any chain mechanism to pull it up at this point.
And is there anybody up on the walls of the castle?
You do not see anybody up on the walls of the castle, no.
Okay.
A problem about that is it's pretty open. They could see us.
Yeah, I mean, once, like I said, you feel pretty good right now. This guy's not really paying attention to anything. If you, want to get within, say, 120 feet, then there'll be stealth rolls involved and perception
I'll probably
rolls
go
and
to
that sort of
150 and kneel down with my longbow and just take aim and wait to see what happens.
Okay. So
I don't see him,
Talnar.
so.
What?
Okay. Talnar.
Talnar, sorry.
You're good.
Okay. Sorry, that's dark vision. Darn it. I wanted that to do nothing and save settings. Can you see him now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, you're 150 out on him. So he starts moving forward by himself, sneaking closer. And he moves about 120 feet up and pauses.
Glaring lasers into the back of his head is like, oh, effort.
Okay.
Hey, what are you doing?
Okay. Yeah, you guys are elves. You're pretty cool. Like I said, you're 150 out.
Right.
So yeah, the two elves, they start moving. They're about 150 feet away from you guys and about 150 feet away from said goblin.
Is this a tall wall or just?
Yep, that's an outer tall wall.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's a tall wall.
So fun. I will keep close to it and.
Ravona tries to sneak up against the wall, and like I said, this guy's obviously not guarding. Looks like he should be guarding, but doesn't want to be where he's at. He's being grumpy and grumbly.
Mm-hmm.
What's the 7'3" guy doing? What's the rogue doing?
Goliath is currently reloading Roll20 to actually get it to let him deal with stuff. So,
oh, jeez.
He's sticking close to the tabaxi, and if the tabaxi is pulling out a ranged weapon, he'll pull out his crossbow. If not, he'll keep his hands open.
Okay. So you three skitter up to the actual wall.
And I think I'm back now.
Okay.
Gallon holds up his finger to the three against the wall, like, hang on a minute, kind of, like, wait there.
Yeah, they, give me for the Goliath, give me a stealth roll.
For who?
Kelvar, give me a stealth roll.
Okay, that's just a double click on the character sheet in Roll20.
Yeah, it's on the there on the left-hand side, there's all the skill rolls. You can just click stealth. Cool. So
I don't know why I got 2 of them, but
it's okay.
Single click.
Yeah, just single click and it'll roll. Cool. 18. Okay. Yeah, Goblin does not see you guys run up against the wall.
Pretty good stealth for heavy armor.
He's being as stealthy as he can. The chainmail takes, well, chainmail's probably what it means at a disadvantage,
Yeah.
but he rolled 18 on both, so
Yeah. That's what I mean. It was a really good roll.
yeah.
Mhm.
Azure's jealous somewhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, he was a hermit. He did live in the woods for quite a while.
So, I kind of look over at Gallon, smile. Ready?
Get him within 120 feet. You've got more range than I do. I'm going to stay tucked in while you.
Nice.
Apparently, according to this, he's 50 feet. So, you finally
he's
ready?
not. No, you're 150 out. Who just fired the light crossbow?
I was trying to click on it to see if it would show me the range, but instead it decided to roll it.
Oh, okay. So you ignore that. All right. So nobody's fired anything or done anything.
Correct.
Damn shame, because that was a good roll.
Tell me if somebody's doing something.
I wait till it's within 120, like Gallon wants.
It should stop on.
All right. Give me a stealth roll with advantage.
I'm following behind. Should I do as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on.
15 and a 19. Yep. You guys are now within 120.
So it's gonna be either.
How far are we away from this corner now that we're within 120?
Let's see. This is 60. So let's say 60 feet.
60 feet.
Yeah.
So that's a good.
60, and then that's another 60 from wherever you are. Yeah.
Right.
Let's say you're kind of off road right over here.
Okay.
And I let an arrow fly. Hope they're ready.
Let an arrow fly.
Oh, sorry, I did.
It's okay. 14.
What's me being hidden when I get advantage?
Yeah, you get advantage. Yeah, you let an arrow fly, and it pierces into the goblin, and he falls
Okay.
over.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Once again, I just give one of those knowing smiles over to Galen.
I shake my head to give him the elven equivalent of a thumbs up,
And yes,
and look over to the rest of the party.
a sniper arrow.
Tal, you're wearing what, leather as well?
Nothing right now.
Correct.
Just regular clothing. Still my fine
Just
clothes.
naked, right? Okay. Oh, clothing. All right.
So the goblin dropped, right?
Yeah, goblin dropped.
And we level.
I
Managed to kill a goblin.
There we go.
I'm gonna motion for them to come a little closer now, assuming they saw, or at least Ravoda.
Yeah. You see Galen motioning you toward the, and as you peek around the corner, you see a goblin with an arrow in his chest.
Okay, I'll join them. And it's too bad we can't see much else.
Let's go.
They gotta storm the castle?
Kind of stop us
You
on my
gonna storm
shoulder.
the castle? What's that?
They're goblins.
Haven't got a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of them potentially.
Yeah, they're never
There's-
just one. You know, they're brave enough to go attack Zuko Ferry. There are a lot of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Ravona, how comfortable do you feel getting up close there and taking a look now that the guard's gone? I mean, are you sneaky?
Not one of my skills, but can I?
No.
Let's see.
Well, I guess I can go take a look. I roll my elven eyes once again at the wood elf who isn't sneaky.
It's not a wood.
Or the cat. Cat's pretty sneaky.
Yeah,
The cat sneaky?
there's no
Oh
vegetation.
yeah, I just meow. Oh shit! I opened a can of tuna.
No, just use your laser pointer.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh. Hey, I've got firebolt. It's the same thing, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys want, Kelevar can walk up there, but he's not sneaking anything. So
No,
Hey, it's not
I think
fair
the
that
idea
I
is-
get yelled at if I walk up, but Calabar can do it without getting yelled at. That is not fair.
He didn't actually do it.
It's big, yeah.
I know.
I'm here to make sure you live. Remember? Not him.
So right now everybody's shooting daggers at each other's eyes and doing the
Right.
fingers. You go and then no, and then you know, and then yeah, kind of back and forth. I got you.
Yeah, I'll climb up the wall. How high is the wall?
This wall goes up to the second floor, so I'm gonna say 40 feet up.
go Tamashi climb
I've
speed.
got a 20-foot climb speed, so I'm going to climb halfway up the wall and start making my way over this way, being stealthy in the process. Because I assume that the lighting is such that they won't notice me up there easily.
Yeah, I mean, you guys left morning. It's it's noonish, so yeah, there's just normal lighting, but yeah, you're a kitty and climbing on the wall, so yeah, it's no problem. So you're staying kind of mid wall and then scooching over.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You guys see the cat? He's just like climbing along the wall.
Nice.
You did not see any goblin drop because he's kind of standing on the outside the wall area. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
there's
Very well.
there's no goblin alarm at this point. Yeah, but it's pretty cool. The cat's just like scattering, scooching along the wall like it's no big deal.
Use your ship. Oh,
So-
it's the trap.
And
Wait, what's
you
its
can
cooldown?
peer around the corner if you so desire.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you kind of see what
Oh
you
wait, does it
see.
get triggered by spectators?
Oh,
It
let me do
got-
this. Hold on a sec. You've got a much brighter thing here. It's
Yeah, don't
daylight.
get near them.
Uh,
Don't get near them.
Sorry. hold on a
Like,
sec.
get out of the blur. Get
It
out of
should
the
be
blur.
daylight mode, pink. There you go. So now you see what you see.
Mm.
And if you peer your head around, you can see some more.
Yeah, really? They just had one guard out there? Weird.
Give me a stealth roll if you pop your head around with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, possible.
Uh,
Not even
Oh, okay.
are you
You are
kidding
being-
me?
You
Wow.
are being so fucking silent right now. You have no
You're-
doubt that you're.
Are you letting out Tom, like alley cat rows while you do this?
You
Well,
have no-
I've got a +7 to the roll, so it's still awful, but
okay. +7 to the roll, so you're looking at a 9.
I've been trying to build the character, but the character mancer keeps like wigging out on me.
Okay.
Mm.
I've got it in the D&D Beyond already, so I'm using that for reference.
Okay. Yeah. Kimba, there's a cat head halfway up the wall that pokes his head around and looks at things. Kind of odd.
Kimba thinks that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Doesn't really do anything about it quite yet.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Gulliver's slightly curious at what the cat's doing, so he's just kind of edging his way around over here. He's now in front of the elves.
Yeah. So people can move as they so desire.
Oh, I was so close. That was so.
But yeah, I do definitely think you're being super silent.
Are we able to realize that he's not?
He's far enough away. You might not have noticed the little crumbs of rock that kind of fall down and hit the wood.
When Kelvar gets to the actual drawbridge, he puts his crossbow away and pulls out his sword and shield. And switch the equipment accordingly and roll 20.
Cool. Yeah, you see what you see. So the big guy just starts walking up there.
Oh,
And
behind him.
and Kimba, you see a dude. Let me see. Yeah, you see a big dude just kind of walking up in the drawbridge there.
Kimba looks around and notes that this is probably the most advantageous place for anybody to be if they were the kind of person who wanted to know who was walking up, and decides that he's going to go elsewhere.
All right.
Oh. Galen just kind of shakes his head as he's watching this all happen in slow motion.
Yeah. Of course, I just kind of shrug. It's like stealth and like Goliath's going just walking. So it's like
Shadow telling us anything, signaling a save or whatever. It's Shadow.
What are you signaling?
Anything.
What are you signaling, Shadow? You've
It's
looked that way and see what you can see.
I'll signal that that area is clear.
Okay.
He kind of points to the right and kind of gives a okay symbol that looks like stuff to the right is generally clear.
Oh.
Oh, that's no good. As Gulliver was headed towards the right because he is not the brightest, and he thought Shadow was telling him to go to the right. He sees some goblins.
Yes, so you see some goblins. I mean, I'm assuming everybody's trying to be sneaky.
Mhm.
As we come up the drawbridge.
Yeah, as they come up the drawbridge, but characters usually can't communicate, but thieves can. That's true. Yes. Calabar, you're a pretty big dude.
Yeah.
And as you kind of come around the corner, you catch the eye of this guy over here who is obviously doing a better job guarding this internal door than the guy on the outside was. And you hear he goes, anybody speak Goblin?
Nope.
No.
Okay, then that's what they say.
But we can hear it.
Yeah, you can hear it. And we'll do.
I don't wanna.
We'll do initiative.
I don't wanna.
Let's group it.
Too bad.
Group it at those guys in. Did they really roll the same
Hey,
thing?
you said if we were upset about anything, we should come out and say it. Well, I don't want. Yeah.
Did they roll that same? Where's my roll? How does it show me the roll?
No, it's on the turn order. Are you talking about the goblins?
Yeah. Is that a click on initiative in character sheet?
Yeah.
Select. So you got to select your dude. You got to select your icon there, and then click the initiative. And I don't want to take any rolling away from anybody, but if anybody ever wants to go like, okay, let's just put us all on initiative,
So
I can
if you
certainly
have
do
one
that.
ender
So.
for left in 15 minutes and 15 seconds, that's really good, right?
So those two in, those two in, those two in. Cool.
Do
So
I
who
have
am I
to use
missing?
both ender pearls?
Oh,
Am I rolling or no?
where are you physically?
I'm kind of in a
In
background.
Alabama.
I mean, if people are
nothing's
yelling, I might hear
Yeah.
it, but
Yeah, we'll get you in a second. Yeah.
all right.
We're gonna do the
Yeah, no big
yell
deal.
and we'll see what's up. So let me put you in Kelevar, and then I'll add you to whatever. I'll change it to whatever.
Yeah,
18.2. Cool. So that's just Shadows of 13.
You've seen it happen to me.
How do I do this? Does that put you in? Shadow is a 13. Oh, yeah, 13. Cool. All right, I think that's everybody here. What do we got? Sorry, we'll get Thor's character all set up. So he's all
Yeah, I don't know why it's broken.
All right, yeah, Kelevar. So you hear these guys as you turn the corner and look at them. They look at you, and the one goes.
Well, Kelevar's never really been one to back down from a fight, especially for something that only comes up to his waist. So I think he is going to probably charge in, but forgive me, it's been a while since I've played fifth. They don't actually have a charge action per se unless you have a feat for that, so it would just be a dash movement, and then on his next turn he would attack, correct?
Yeah, so you can double move unless you have some sort of bonus action that allows you to move extras. So yeah, double move.
Oh, you're playing Reaper.
Are diagonals 1.5, or are they still 1?
Yeah, 1, and you can you don't have to be. You can use so if you've rolled 20, you can use the little ruler thing, and you can hit Q. If you want to do turn corners, you push Q, and then you can turn, and you'll measure out stuff like that, or you can just do straight line measurements. I'm gonna, I'm not, unless it's ultimately critical. The fact that you can move here or you can move here, I don't care. If you can move 60 feet, put yourself, close to 60 feet. But if you're doing that, you press Q and you can you continue pulling down. You can actually do like pathing. Yeah. But yeah, you can get, if diagonal gets you more, then you can do diagonal.
And I think that was the square.
Yeah, I think you were actually probably up to about right there.
Oh, okay.
Roll me a perception check as you charge at these goblins. As you're charging at these goblins, you catch up on the second floor. You do notice some arrow slits, and you catch some motion and movement out of those.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to move forward and see what I can see.
Okay.
About right there.
You saw the big man charge off to the left, and as soon as you turn the corner, you see what he was charging at.
Yep. Another bonus shot.
All righty.
Let me get normal. Here we go. Oh, can I have grabbed my arrow from that last goblin?
Yeah, you guys were not in combat at that time, so you could yank it out of him. Okay. Yep, totally missed. You hear an arrow fly by your head, Kelevar, and sink into the wall. You can give me a perception too, Rain.
Okay.
You've got a keen eye, and you see some arrow slits up on the second floor here, and some motion behind them.
Okay.
Ravona.
But I will move to where Caliver was and see what he actually saw. Well, done.
Yep.
Let me see. I will just join Talnir right here. For now. I think she could shoot. Is it a? What's the range? No.
What kind of bow?
80. Short.
Yep.
Yeah, give or take.
She's just gonna try to shoot that one.
Alrighty. Twang! Another one comes mighty close to your ear, Kalavar, but they're certainly not hitting goblins. You're not really sure what they're shooting at.
Oops.
Shadow, you're halfway up a wall.
Okay. I'll go around to see what's actually going on. And actually,
you have a quite a good view of. You definitely see the arrow. You don't have to do a perception for it. Oh, Ravona, give me a perception as well. You see arrow slots, and you definitely see movement behind them.
He's
Okay.
blind.
Looking like little goblin faces. Yeah, Ravona, you don't notice anything. You're too busy trying to shoot goblin.
Yep.
well, let's hope that I can pull this off. I'm gonna chuck a dagger through one of the arrow slots.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Let me get this down so I can have it, and then so I know where it is. We'll do this and this. All right. So right there, one there, one there, one there. Okay. Sorry, it's on a different map. And then we have the first floor, and we're gonna say link. You see something there, and you notice something there. Yep, so there's one kind of directly across from you.
Okay.
It's
That one?
still, it's within 30 feet, so he does have cover, but go ahead.
Yep, I'll give it a shot.
Ooh, 19, and he has a 18. Yeah, a dagger flies through into the little arrow slot and sinks into him.
Okay, that'll be
D4 plus your whatever. Oh, yeah, 7. Yeah, and it pierces into his eye, and you kind of see a shadow just kind of fall from. You think you took it out. This goblin sees 4 people running in, and a 7-foot tall guy charging them.
What?
And he continues to scream and opens up the door and runs behind the door and starts to slam the door. And he's yelling. And this one runs in behind him too, and slams the door. Yeah. Galen.
All right. Hang on 1 second. Okay. Damn it. Okay.
You don't know what all the fuss is about.
Yeah. I mean, I heard some commotion. I look over at Talon. I'm like, what I miss?
Yeah, you can roll perception. You did see Shadow throw a dagger up that way, so you can get advantage on this.
Okay, I will take that advantage. I'm so used to my, like, I've got a +10 to perception. I don't have a +10
Sure.
to perception anymore.
Yeah, you're kind of skimming around, and you see Kelabar. He's charging in toward that door, like he's still heading that general direction. But you didn't catch the fact that Shadow pitched a dagger and killed a thing. Are you still around, Meth?
Oh, hang on.
I am.
Back.
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry. Yeah, you still have an action. Sorry.
I do. And what I'm going to do, actually, I'm just going to take a bonus action, and I'm going to use my bardic inspiration on Tal and say, "You be careful out there, buddy."
I like it. Give him a pat on the butt.
On the shoulder.
Oh, okay.
But actually, I grab his hair and look him right in the eye and like, "Be careful out there."
All right.
Hustle his hair a little bit.
Yeah. Go get him, bud. Go get him.
And then I
buddy.
wink at him. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me an ish. Meth.
Oh, all right.
Okie doke. Did that put you in? Okay. We'll do this. I'll resort. Okay. Yeah. Kelavar, they slam the door. 2 goblins. You hear a bunch of goblin yelling behind the doors, though. Oh, and you also see dudes up here and over here with bows, and they're trying to get a draw on you. It looks like if you moved a little closer and hugged the wall, they wouldn't be able to get a good shot at you.
Yeah. Well, he was running towards them, and they went through those doors. So he's running to the doors. The doors are currently closed. So
Yep.
he's going to run up to the door and see if he can kick the door open.
Cool. Give me a strength check, and give it an advantage. Strength. Yeah. You crash in the door, and you send 2 little goblins flying backwards as the doors open up. They don't fall off the hinges or anything, but you definitely crash them open. But that is an action, and these goblins are knocked prone.
Okay. Well, since that wasn't all of my movement, am I able to finish my movement closer to them?
Yep. And now there's a 7'3" Hulk looking down on 2 little goblins, and they're quite concerned. Yeah. Dalnar you are aware of the arrow slits. You don't see anything. Yeah, you don't see anything out of this one. As Shadow placed a dagger, you do see movement out of this one.
Right here, that's 30 feet.
Yeah. And you feel like they can't get a good draw on you from there.
Yeah. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and...
But you also don't feel like you can get a good draw on you unless there's some sort of area effect something.
Nah. I'm going to go ahead and go here. Work my way into a Calvar. He's going in by himself. I mean...
Okay. Kimba, you hear, we're being attacked. To arms, intruders.
All right. Kimba is going to come out of this room he was kind of chilling in, and
You're gonna, all right.
That's about 30 feet right there.
All right. I'm gonna bring you. Are you staying up top or are you coming down? I can't. I'm not on your map. Sorry. Let me see where you are.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
He was here.
Gotcha.
And then he kind of came out of the room, and I don't know. He's not too much of in a hurry. He did see some movement before. He saw the cat.
He might want to. I would say his goal at this point is to report to Jedra. So maybe double movement down the hallway toward her would be reasonable.
All right.
And all right, cool.
I think that's about it.
All right. Yeah, Ravona. You still unaware of arrow slits.
Okay. She's gonna use a bonus action to pick up whatever fallen debris or whatever to, to infuse magic to it. Something to call it.
Oh, I don't know. What is it?
Oh, magic stone.
Oh, magic stone. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Just gonna, get that ready and follow Talnir.
All right.
And she actually make it.
What's your movement?
35.
Well, let's see. Is the stone things out in action?
That's bonus.
Oh, bonus action. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I should be able to join him.
As you run that general direction, you see him sort of frantically waving at you to get up against the wall for some reason.
Okay. I'll follow his direction.
All right.
I just use a free action to point up and say arrow slits.
Yeah. You are aware of that now, Ravona.
Oh.
Shadow. Oh. Shadow's chasing them all. Thor, you around?
He was.
Oh, okay.
There he is.
Sorry, keep forgetting I'm muting because of the kid in the microphone in the background. All right. I'm going to hop down from the wall.
Alrighty.
And
do you take any falling damage, or are you climbing down? I mean, is it going to count for movement, or are you just going to drop?
I'm going to climb down.
Okay.
And then I'll move basically as a dash up against this wall.
Okay.
Oh, you're not using kitty speed?
Not yet.
Kitty speed. Alrighty.
Best thing about Tabaxi.
But
you gotta hold on to it.
Let's see. Goblins. I'll do this goblin. Gallandel, you are the only one out there that they have a good draw on. So an arrow comes shooting your way. 16 hit. Oh, maybe I'm muted as well.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh no, yeah, 16. There was an arrow flying out of the Gallandel.
Yes, sorry, didn't catch that. Yeah, 16 hits.
Oops. Okay. 5 piercing.
Ouch.
Yeah. This goblin will try to stand up, and he knows he can't really run. So he will try to scimitar the big dude. And this is absolutely horrible as he's shaking in his boots. The other goblin will try the same thing.
Are there AOs for standing from prone?
Yeah, half movement. So
okay.
it takes half your movement to stand up. 15. Does that hit you?
AC 18 right now.
Oh,
Between
cool.
the shield.
Yep, so he clinks off your shield. Gallandel, you pull the arrow out of your shoulder.
Yeah, okay. Hang on a minute.
You're keenly aware of the arrow slit right up. It's directly above these two.
Right. Do I see any arrow slits here or any movement, anything up directly ahead?
No.
Okay. In that case, I am going to, because screw y'all, I'm the one guy hanging back and doing that. I'm going to go there. And I can't take another one of those, so we're going to go with the cure wounds on myself. Sorry.
Why are you sorry curing yourself?
You're fine, man.
Because, you know, I should be out helping people and stuff.
Ah,
And,
you're tanking.
So you're
Right.
staying back and touching yourself.
And I'm going to, and touching myself. Right, exactly. I'm going to cast it at first level, and the wound heals.
Cool.
And the blood is covering my pretty blue robes, and I'm like, screw y'all. And that's it. That's what I got.
Alrighty. Alrighty, we're back to the top. And yeah. Go ahead and
So has Silver heard anything new, or is he just focused on? He's got two gobbies here.
yeah, they're yelling at Goblin, and you know you're attracting attention.
That's his job.
Yeah, you don't really hear anything immediately though.
Okay. Well, he's going to take a swing with his sword at the one on the left.
Alrighty.
I would ping him, but I seem to not be able to double click and ping him.
Oh yeah, if you just hold down on your arrow, it'll ping. But yeah, to the left. Cool. Uh, 16 is going to hit, and 7 damage is going to take his head right off.
Sploosh.
Nice.
Easy enough. Yeah, definitely one dead goblin. The other one looks quite scared now. Yep. Talnar, you hear the thud of a goblin head hit the floor.
Okay. Can I basically kind of use the corner as cover and shoot around my corner at the last goblin?
Yeah.
Can I do so? 15 to hit?
15 is going to hit him too. Yep. And you put an arrow in that goblin's eye, and he falls over. That's no problem. What? This is far too easy for you guys.
Kilovar shouts thanks for the arrow that flew over his shoulder.
Kimba, do you make it and
Yep.
tell?
Kimba can, let's see, this is 30 feet, and with the with the dash movement, he can burst in the door and tell Jedra that the goblins are active. They are the guards
Right.
are active, and there are attackers.
Well, we best deal with this, shouldn't we? And she starts rushing with you in that general direction. All right.
Rushing with me.
Yeah, she starts coming with you. Yes. Like as in, we're going to deal with it.
Nothing beyond that.
I will follow her.
Okay. Let's see. Got those guys coming down. Kimba. Ravona.
If she steps back a few steps, can she see inside the slit?
She can if she steps back. Yeah, she can pop out and see what she sees.
Pop up and give it a toss, something like a rock.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's my rock?
Rock with a 20. Ooh, yeah, with a 21 and a max damage. Wow. Yeah, Ravona just, she picked up some pebbles out as she was coming in, and she just takes one of her finger and just flicks it up. It's even Talnar thinks this is pretty cool. Just flicks it up, and it, goes right in between the little arrow slits, and you hear this big, end of sinking into flesh and cracking of skull. And you think very well that you see a little shadow fall behind the arrow slit.
I'm gonna move back against the wall.
And you move back against the wall. Well, I gotta go take out this goblin. Hold on a second. All right. Cool.
Yeah, I do look at her. What the hell?
No,
did
not
you
Jerry.
just do?
No.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a very slick thing. Shadow.
All right. I am going to. Let's see. Looks like she took out that arrow slit. Those were the only two that we saw that we've seen occupied so far, right?
Yes, so far. You can take it's since you're looking for them, you can take a quick look around, and there's a couple down the wall down here. But you can't really get a feel for if there's anybody behind them or not at this point.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm going to dash over to here.
As you pass through the door, you see the remains of two goblins.
Okay.
You know,
That was basically part of why I wanted to dash over to there, was to see what Calabar was dealing with, because, running by chucking a dagger was going to be plan B if they weren't both dead.
yeah. Yeah. So, all right, let me do.
Oh, wait, is that the
these
blood
dudes.
splatter script too? Did I see?
No, that's just blood on the floor I have in general. I can add that though. Hold on a sec. Let me get the. Oh, yeah, this is definitely all rolling together. Hold on a sec. I'm just going.
That's a lot of meta information that we just got there.
Yeah, I know.
Pretending to not look.
That's fine.
I mean, it's Venice.
Let's do this, and we'll keep that.
Make a different shift ability then.
All right. That was Shadow. And my two dead goblins.
The way I see it is
are
that
dead.
the reason Ghost is better,
We're gonna get
but
rid
then
of that
Assassin
guy.
needs to have a better shift ability. Because Assassin's shift ability.
Alrighty. This guy moves. Kelavar, you hear a door opening off to your right, and you hear a door opening off to your left, and that is what you hear. Well, and goblin screaming.
Well, goblin screaming is fine. It's
Yeah,
when we
yeah.
hear the lamentations of the goblin women folk.
Yeah. Gallandel, you're touching yourself.
I'm sorry. Yes, I'm touching. I'm done touching myself. It didn't take long.
Mhm.
All right. We are going to take a double move. Shit. Hang on. 6. I think I can get to about there.
Sounds
And
good.
that's my double move. And yep.
Two dead goblins.
Hey, look at Talon. Say, you did this, right?
Of course. Is that a hole in your tunic?
No.
You mean the decorative hole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kelavar.
Yeah.
You hear noises, like I said, coming off. I don't know what you can see. Hold on a sec. Yeah, you hear noises to the hallway, both from the right and the left.
Well, emboldened by the fact that he just took one down, watched the other one get dropped, and the rest of the group is caught up with him, he's going to continue pressing forward.
Okay. When you hit the T, you notice to your right a single goblin, and to your left 2 goblins.
And those doors are open then?
Those doors are now open, yes.
So that one and 2?
Pink. Yeah. No, not the southern ones. Just
So the southern ones are not open, the northern ones are. What about the ones at the ends of the halls?
Closed.
Okay, well, let's see. I think he's going to actually let out a shout and point towards the ones off to the left, and then finish his movement heading towards the one to the right and attack the one on the right.
Okay.
So people behind me, you guys can see him shouting and pointing that way, and then proceeding. Oh, sorry, hold on. Pointing that way, and then he's going to proceed to finish his move going this way.
Okay.
And then attacking the one that's right in front of him.
All right. 13 is going to miss. He's quite small and dodges around your massive swing.
No worries.
No, that's what you saw. Big guy points left and then headed right himself.
Okay, so I'm going to try to use the corner for cover again. Take another pot shot. That's my bow and arrow to this one.
Alrighty.
Oh, should I close my characters? Yeah, I did close it. Shoot. 1 sec. Had to refresh or roll 20 to get my character sheet back up and everything. Okay. Yeah, probably not.
8. Twing. It's definitely going to miss.
I may go ahead and fall back a little bit. How much did I move? Give me 1 second.
Oh, yeah, you certainly can.
20 feet. So yeah, I'm actually going to go ahead and fall back 10 feet.
Okay.
There's just nothing. There's nothing between me and them, so I'm going to go ahead and fall back.
Okay. Another goblin comes out of the room and takes a big swing at the big man. And misses horribly. And Ravona, you hear the sound of battle inside.
Battle. Fun. I was just kind of peek around. Not seeing anything, huh?
Nope.
Let's see. What was it?
You hear a lot of noise down the hallway to your right. Well, and you hear goblins screaming and yelling, basically from the right and the left.
Oops. She could move this far.
Is that a double move or is that
single? Yeah,
Okay.
from the arrows slid down. She has
Yeah.
35.
Okay.
She's gonna try shoot at it again. If she could shoot.
There's another stone. How many?
No.
Oh, it's a short bow. Okay. Yeah.
I didn't carry enough. Twing again. Okay.
It misses the goblin. Kimba, you are up here, and Jedla's going to move on that turn, and you guys come rushing down the stairs. So we're going to get everybody on the.
All right, you can move me.
Yeah, sorry. I'm going to move here. Tink, tink. And we're going to put you down here.
Just to the side, these are 10-foot squares in here, or are these 5s?
These are 5s. Yeah. And these guys will be coming along as well. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Cool. Now we will all be on the same map. Go to there. All right, much easier. So, you good, Meph?
Yep, I can
Okay.
see myself and Jidra.
Cool. Yep, let me get her in. Since we're now on the same map, we'll do a different initiative here.
She looks so weird. I love that little token.
Yeah. Initiative.
Totally out of character, of course.
Well, that seems all right. So she's in, and we're up at that was still new. So next is that goblin. We do this. All right, this guy comes charging in. Can't make it to you, so he's not going to charge in. He's going to pull out, since he can see Ravona. He's going to pull out a short bow and get to about there and shoot you. I think 16. What's your AC? 13. I think
13.
that hits.
Yep.
7.
Ooh.
Not the 3, but 7.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah. Shadow, you see the arrow come flying out and from the left-hand side and sink into Ravona. So you know something's that way. And then also you saw Calavar head to the right.
Okay. I'm going to. I'd basically run up to here to see where they're at.
Yep.
And then I think.
I
Yeah, if I use my the extra speed, I can get up to where Calabar is and attack one of these guys with a short sword.
Okay.
Gonna basically try to come in on this side
All right.
and stab this guy. Those are okay. Actually, if I do that, that'll work because I should have advantage right now against him, right?
But there's not like a flank advantage or anything like that, but you'll get your sneak attack if you hit.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's engaged. 15. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. That'll be D6. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to roll that. +3 plus.
Plus a sneak.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
Yep, no problem. You slip a short sword in his ribs, and he falls over dead. This goblin, he sees Ravona as well, and will. Well, he did see the cat. Well, yeah, she's sitting there. She looks like an easy target. So.
Yep, she may have one.
Yeah. So,
Well, Ravona is down.
Ravona, take 5 as another arrow. I don't know. Ravona wasn't that helpful. I mean, maybe she's not very naturey. Who knows? She's
Her
worth
defense, do
saving.
not see any trees around here.
That's true. There are no
Her
trees.
defense.
Yes.
It is the nature's job to feed the insects and the mushrooms.
All right. She pauses right there. Galandrel. Yeah, you see Ravona drop down in front of you. She crumples. Has 2 arrows hit her. Or the second arrow hits her. You might be muted. Or you just might not be there.
Hey, no, I'm here. I am so sorry. I got a little shite going on here. All right. For 30, we're supposed to be going left, right?
That's what you saw the big dude's point left. And as you step in there,
went right.
He went right, and you see those two now engaged with a single goblin that direction.
And then we have these 2 right here.
Yep.
Oh, not wanting to take another arrow.
And they do have bows drawn.
Yeah, I'm gonna we're gonna go with casting a sleep spell.
I was wondering when those were going to be pitched off. Alrighty. What is it, 5d8 or something like that?
Yeah, 5d8.
Yeah, unless you roll horrible.
Yeah, well, I've been known to.
17. Yeah, these guys, they fall asleep, and I guess that's the same as unconscious, so we'll do that. And yeah, they drop their arrows and just start snoring.
Yeah, that's actually why I was asking if it was 5 or 10 foot squares. So thank you.
Ah.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay, is there
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
is there anybody up here that might have also taken it? Probably not with that 17.
Nobody follows through the door or anything. I mean.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Groovy.
So, yeah. Back around the top.
Well, there's a goblin, and he's in front of me, so I'm gonna swing at him. Actually, I can see something peeking around the corner there. What do I see popping around the corner?
She did not pop around the corner. Sorry.
Okay. She not appearing yet. Okay. Well, in that case, yes. Swinging with the goblin.
Sorry. Goblin, yeah, hit, and you take that goblin out. And he's dead. Pink.
High fives, Shadow, for taking the other one
out. Yeah.
Nair steps back up. 5'10". And notices they're asleep.
Yep.
So can I pretty much step up here and pull out my longsword, just coup de grace one of them?
Does that take less than your? I mean, is that a full movement?
An action.
25.
Yeah.
That was 25.
Oh yeah, if you can make it there, then yeah, it's an auto crit hit. I mean, yeah, roll with advantage. I mean, it could clink off their armor or something.
Yeah, let me push my glasses a little bit farther up on my nose here and say, actually, coup de grace is not a 5e maneuver that you can do.
Yeah. So yeah, you take a swing down on one of them, try to balk him, and kind of glances off of his armor. So.
I glance over to see if Galen's seen that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Hey,
totally
don't forget you still have that D6 you can roll.
Oh,
you got 10 minutes with that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Okay, so I'll use my inspiration on it. Extra D6.
All right. Oh.
Fuck.
Still could go bad. Yeah, still glances right off that armor. Clink.
Does that wake him up?
I'm going to say it kind of technically counts as a miss. So, it does not wake him up. Ravona, death save.
She conscious to use good berry on herself or no?
No, she's dying.
Oh shit!
Do we hear her gurgling and bleeding out?
I explained to multiple people as they ran past her that she was lying there unconscious with 2 arrows into her. Yes.
Then again, there's not much I could have done, so I don't feel bad.
You failed.
All right. Kimba.
All right. Let's see here. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
As you get close to Jedla, she puts her hand up and, stand behind me.
All right. So I'll stand here in the square.
Let's see. I've got these guys. Hold on a sec. Pink, 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 and pink, and all right. Do this. We are just past Kimba. And dink, dink, dink. All right, this guy's asleep. He continues to sleep. Shadow. Shadow, give me a perception roll. You're not in immediate combat.
All right, 14 on the perception.
Oh, sorry, 14 on perception. Yeah, something's around that corner. You catch a shadow around the corner.
Okay. But I also heard Ravona like cry out and fall, right?
Yep.
Okay. Gonna jump back, and I've got the medicine skill.
Okay.
So
I'd like an auto stabilizer. Give me
Yeah.
roll it. Or is it
yeah,
DC?
if I succeed, I can stabilize.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a I don't know DC 10 check. She's failed one day, so yep. You start patching her up. She looks like she's going to make it, or at least not immediately bleed out. This guy, surprisingly, is sleeping. And yeah, Galen, you saw him try to do a coup de grace on a goblin and kind of trip over himself and miss.
Oh, and I forgot. I did mention to Calabar that there's something around the corner.
Oh, okay. Galavar, you know that now.
That's good that you said that, because otherwise, not knowing it, he would have gone the other way. But anyway, Galen.
Who's playing Reaper?
Galen. Okay, notices that
Where'd the slimes come from?
not Shadow,
Yeah, Rabona.
McCall is down. Ravona's down.
But Shadows looks like he's patching her up. I mean, not in a magical way, but in a mundane.
Right, but like knows what he's doing enough to. All right. I shout out to Tal, stand back, or take a step, and I'm gonna blow off my firebolt at that guy, or the guy who didn't wake up yet.
Neither
Okay.
woke up.
Neither woke up.
Oh, I thought that one missed attack woke the guy up.
No.
My bad. Okay, well, the one he's furthest from, I'm going to try and firebolt.
Okay.
Fuck no. Oh, no, 23 hits.
23. They're prone, and that's arranged. I think that's not a disadvantage directly. That's like a cover type of thing, right? Anyway, regardless, he's asleep. You hit him, and he burns up in a crisp as he dreams of happier days of being a goblin around the campfire, and his little kids that he left,
Right.
All right.
One down, one to go.
You hear down the hall. What is she going to do? Yeah, you see a goblin poke her head out from around the corner there and mutter a few words in your general direction, Kalavar and Galen, and everybody needs to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Charisma saving throw. Everybody?
Sorry. Well, Ravona's down, so Shadow, Gallandel, and Galavar, charisma saves.
Okay.
And what is her thingy? It is this. Okay. Charisma save, and I got one more Shadow for a charisma. Okay. Shadow, you feel like you can't do things that well. You are baned, and so if you roll an attack or something, it's a D4 minus a D4 or saving throw. And she promptly steps back. And a goblin steps out in front, looking like he's charging.
Why does he still look asleep?
Because I forgot to clear that, but now here we go. And you hear more goblins that general direction.
Keep walking.
Charging. Yep. And cool. So, yeah. definitely some spellcaster goblin-y thing popped out. You notice she was holding a kind of a large book. I mean, it was definitely not a goblin-sized book. It was a weird-looking book. But you do see goblins pouring out from the hallway.
Okay, so I see 1.5 goblins. It looks like right now, poking around the corner there. Is that about right?
Yep.
You know, that sleep spell that they popped on the other side seemed to be really helpful. Kelevar thinks that maybe it's time for him to do the same thing and sheathes his sword and is going to cast sleep.
Alrighty.
On that guy right there.
Give me a roll. 5d8, right? $21. You see 2 goblins fall asleep right there, and you might have heard a kitty in the background. No, you might have heard another goblin fall as well.
Okay. Well, in that case, after casting that, can he use his movement to move up?
Yep. So you kind of see a mass of people, and out of all these goblins, there is actually a dude that sort of looks like this. Definitely not a goblin. He's wearing some robes. It looks like a lizard folk. But yeah, kind of out of place looking, but with the goblins.
Oh, Kelevar's going to shout to them, or shout back to the party. There's plenty over here.
Dalnar, you gonna try to kill that last dude?
Yeah, I'll try again.
All right, advantage. Yep, and it's a crit. So, well, roll damage again.
So just
roll me another d6. Yep, enough. Yeah, this time sword goes in the goblin's neck directly, and you feel vindicated.
Okay.
You got a movement if you want it.
But I know they're coming from that way. I'm going to peek in this door right here to see if I can see anything.
The northern door?
Yeah, so I'm going to step up there first, take a look.
Yeah, it looks like a trashed out kind of, it looks like it might have been used for a mess hall type of thing, but no goblins.
Okay. I'll go ahead and step there and just ready my bow and arrow again.
Okay. This guy sleeps. I don't think I have them all in. I'm going to go. This guy sleeps. We'll do. Hold on a sec. Let me get this guy in. So I'm right before Ravona. Sorry. Where am I? This guy sleeps. Kimba.
All right. Kimba is going to. He can only see the one enemy, right? Kelevar?
One big dude, yep. And the three little goblins basically just collapsed it in front of you.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to back up to here and cast Sacred Flame on the attacker.
All right. Make a DC 13, Kelevar. Dex save.
No way close.
A Sacred Flame engulfs you, and you feel the radiant burning of 1 point of damage.
1 point. It's almost as if Kimba is not very dedicated.
It's almost like it's not drawing the full power of evil through him. Ravona. You are not dying, but you are not conscious. So you don't need to do anything besides lay there. Sorry. Shadow. You do see your buddy get engulfed in some heavenly type of flame. Briefly. And I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so she's stabilized, and let's get back up here and see what's going on.
Yeah, you see 3 goblins, asleep. And and briefly you see kind of behind them, looks maybe you can kind of catch a glimpse of the movement behind them. Definitely a goblin dressed differently, kind of in some different armors. And then you see like I said, definitely not a goblin. Looks like a lizard dude dressed in. Oh, Kalavar, you're a cleric, right?
I am.
Give me a religion check. Okay. You don't recognize the robing or markings of the lizard man, but it looks to be some type of holy lizard person.
Yeah. Side question: do you want us to actually make sure that we're aligned in the grid squares?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
Because it's all sized correctly. So as long as and I mean, you can't be standing on top of somebody, but you can be crunched.
Yeah, I was just looking at it from, is Kalavar blocking the hallway completely, or is there enough room for Shadow to get around him?
Yeah. So, yeah, Shadow, you see, like I said, kind of in the background, a couple other people, but definitely 3 sleeping goblins.
Okay. I can't really do anything. I've only got one dagger left that I could throw, so I'm going to hang on to that for now.
You could stab the one that's in front of us on the ground.
Oh, yeah. I've got my short swords out, so let's see if we can take out the one that's asleep.
Okay. You get advantage.
Okay.
All you got to do is hit him. 9,
Need a plus 5 on that. Sorry. Sorry, plus 3. So 12?
Nope. Oh,
and definitely not with that second one. No.
No. Yeah, you can't get around the big guy to get a good swing on him.
Okay. Well, it's a stab, but yeah.
Just get a good stab on him. You hear Jedra scream at the lizard, or you hear this voice behind you scream at somebody. Kill them all! Kill them all! You're in my service, and do as I say. And after she does that, she casts a spell. And Kimba, you are now protected from good.
Oh, good.
So, yeah. Gallendale.
Gallendale. Gonna move. Crap. Okay. Do you have any line of sight to the sleeping goblin right there?
You can see 2 sleeping goblins.
Well, okay, but can I get off a firebolt without too much risk?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
right.
not. Yeah.
Yeah. All
Sure.
right. Okay.
You're basically firing between the legs of the 7'3" guy, since the other the guy's on the ground.
Right. So how hard could this possibly be, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll kneel a little bit and.
Cool.
See, you got line straight past his legs. You don't have to shoot between his legs.
Let me see what prone actually says here. If a creature has disadvantage,
so you don't want to singe his pubic hair. Got it.
This creature has attack rolls. At advantage, creatures at 5 feet, otherwise attack roll at disadvantage. Okay, so it's a range. So give me a disadvantage.
Okay, we'll call that as my first. Oh.
Yeah.
No. I'll roll it a second time. How's that?
Yeah. Yeah, that actually misses. All right.
A 14 misses?
Yeah, 14 misses.
What's he wearing? Plate mail?
No. Oh, well, actually, 14 hits because he is not.
He
Does not
has
have
no
his,
dex.
He has no
Right.
shield. Yes. So yes.
Right.
So we'll give you
Okay.
5 points. You
Sure.
oh, and it's attack. Yeah, so it's not a direct. It's not a crit because he didn't come down with a sword or anything. So yeah, he's definitely charred, and you also wake him up.
Right.
So let me wake him up. He is cleared all. Yeah, did that not work? Let's clear all. All right, he's up. Oh, and look at that! It's his turn. He stands up and sees all of his buddies asleep, and a big, gigantic, hulking dude, and he's going to take his bonus action to disengage and run this way down the hall as as you hear a scream in the hallway, "Get back there! Get back there!" And yeah, Galavar.
Well, let's see here. I don't have my sword in my hand at the moment because I put it away for the sleep spell. I can still see a lizard man back there.
Yeah, you can draw as a free thing as you're moving. You know.
Yeah, actually, I think I'm going to start chanting and cast Toll the Dead on the lizard man in the background. He lit me up with fire, holy radiant. I'm going to try to return the favor and remind him who has the more powerful god.
Sure.
Light him up and return, as it were.
What's this?
Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw.
Let's see here. Point at range, sound of a Dolores spell, wisdom save.
Yeah, wisdom save on a DC 13. I don't know what the protection of. Let's see.
He gets advantage on it.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. Target missing. Cool. So nothing, right? So nothing is definitely not as bad as definitely not as good as 1 point. So I think he's winning.
Yeah, unfortunately, his god is more potent.
Yeah.
And I'm going to shift up to the wall a little bit here, just kind of up to the corner there, to make a little bit more room for people to get around me.
Alrighty. Down there.
Down there is going to move.
Down there.
Kind of step over here to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to leave too far because I don't want to leave Ravona by herself. So I'm going to go ahead and do a.
Just let Ravona just lay there.
I don't have anything to heal.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Shadow took care of her. She's fine. She's fine.
Galavar still has a heal, but he doesn't know that she's down because he was around the corner and didn't see it.
I'm going to do a mind sliver on this goblin right here.
Okay.
Intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw. He failed that. He takes
3 points of damage and a D4. I'm subtracting from a next saving throw he has to roll.
All right. He wakes up. And cool.
And that's it.
And look at that. It's his turn. Wow. You guys are waking him up right on time. He sees things going terribly wrong, and he uses his disengage, or bonus action to disengage, and turns around and runs. But as he starts to run back, he stops in his tracks because of the evil goblin person staring at him. And he turns and readies an action. Draws his sword. This goblin sleeps. Kimba.
Impa is going to come down here. And we'll cast Bane on Kelevar. I can't see the name on this one. Shadow
Yeah.
and Galen.
All right. Charisma saves, right?
That is yeah, charisma saving throws. And it's a DC 13.
All right.
So Kelevar's
Kelevar
god
saves.
is more potent in this
One is the scenario.
this time. Yeah.
Shadow, you are baned. I wonder if that's a token status I have.
Again. Which is why I didn't hit the sleeping guy.
We'll give you that for Bane. And Galen, charisma save. Yeah. Well, okay, Doc.
Okay. No, yep, here it comes.
Yeah. All right. So you have Bane 1. Everybody Oh, go ahead.
What was the save?
13.
Then I'm gonna jump up here.
Okay.
And try and get this guy to turn around.
Okay. You hiss at him in the lizard. He doesn't seem interested. Ravona, sorry. Nobody healed you. They just let you sit there. Shadow.
Well, let's see here.
No.
I guess I'll try to take out this guy.
Okay.
Because we seem to keep waking them up, hopefully, even with the whatever that magic was.
Yeah. Well, all you gotta do is hit him basically for you, because you're gonna do sneak attack and double damage, so but that's not gonna hit.
No, that's not even gonna hit at all, because that also has the -3.
Yeah.
But advantage for melee?
Yep, you get advantage.
Oh, okay. Let me roll again.
Because melee.
Forgot about that.
That is not going to hit because you're going to have to roll something minus, right?
Well, I rolled that 3 for the minus, so if that applies to...
Yeah.
So that would only be an 11.
Nope. In the heat of battle, you can't get a good stab in.
But wouldn't the -3 offset your +3 for your normal one, leaving you at... Okay.
But yeah, it's still left it at and I'll basically back up again.
Jedra graphs this. She comes down here and she is going to cast a spell on the big guy. And make a con save. Kelevar. Yeah, no problem. Your vision starts to fade and you shake it off. And she turns and yells back to the odd lizard guy. You're worthless. You haven't done anything. And she's grasping a very large book and shaking it at him. And kill them! Yeah. Gallandel.
Gallandel is going to have to move forward. This guy is still asleep, am I understanding that right?
Yep.
Yeah, I can't help you.
Okay. I should have advantage on this because he's prone.
Yep.
And I'm going to rapier his... plan it very carefully, pause, and slice. And miss, and freaking miss.
Miss. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, because
Wow.
I'm not giving him a shield, but yeah. This goblin screams and
Damn.
runs.
Were you moving back after that, or were you staying up?
Oh, yeah. You want to stay there? Or you move back?
Oh, I am definitely. Yeah, I move. Well, can I still move me? Yeah.
Sure.
You only moved up by 15.
Right, and that's all the further I'm going to go.
Okay.
Right there. Yep.
Calavar, yeah. Give me a religion check.
Basically.
Yeah, it seems odd. Seems like you get a feel that she's got some kind of control over this weird guy. As he seems to be going through motions, but only going through motions that she's telling him to do.
Okay.
Oh, I hate to do this. Can we do do you want me to do like a 30-second pause? Do you want everybody to do like a 5-minute pause?
Can we do a 5?
Is that cool with everybody? I know we're
Yeah,
going
5
to
minutes.
Take
All
5
right, 5 minutes. Be back.
So, Scatter, when you get back, do need to talk with you still about swapping out that cantrip.
Oh, yeah, I'm back.
So, how would I swap that out?
You mean like technically on the sheet, or?
Yeah, technically, because it doesn't show up in the compendium, so I can't just drag the one or remove the one and then drag the other one in.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can just so you can add a. I can add it to your sheet.
Okay.
Then,
yeah. Can you replace
replace
Sacred Flame with Cure Minor?
Yeah.
Which is actually part of the reason why I'm specifically not using Sacred Flame, even though it would have been better to use there.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. You've got it, and then then when after, like I said, I'll add it to the character sheet for you. Then.
Okay, cool. I also have to figure out how to get the attacks on the core page to actually reflect properly, because it's showing, Sacred Flame and Sleep under attacks, but it's not showing Toll the Dead.
Oh.
I'm assuming there's a checkbox somewhere I missed.
Oh, I think, is it because
I would almost delete it and drag and drop it from the compendium again, see if that adds it.
Yeah, because I was gonna say it does damage, so it definitely should add it. Some of the spells, obviously like the blindness and deafness, I don't think it sometimes it doesn't add.
Yeah, I think it may be because there's too many items in there, but like I have my Warhammer unequipped in my inventory down below, but yet it's still showing up in the attacks and spellcasting section and such like that. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's just something goofy with my browser, but
Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. Anything technical like that, just let me know and I'll fix it.
yeah, it's not a huge deal because I can always just go into the spell page and click it that way to cast it. But
No, you don't.
and then also table play question. My Vigilant Blessing, is that something I can just tell you in advance that I'm keeping on Shadow pretty much after every fight?
Oh, is that the seeing in the dark thing or what?
No, it's the grant advantage on initiative check to one ally.
Oh, okay.
He can't hit you. I can't hit you.
I should have mentioned that before we started because I had discussed that with Thor, but
Yeah.
it didn't really matter because of the way the fight started.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. We'll assume it's on him unless you say otherwise.
Yeah.
You can hit me, but
And it'll be on Thor to remember that he's got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta remember that. I will next time.
Zen, are you there? I apologize for you being dead all the time, but
No problem.
all right.
Research
I
more.
plan on yelling. Are we just gonna let her just lay there dead, and hopefully someone who can heal will actually realize you're dead.
And honestly, if somebody had actually communicated, then Kelevor would know, but nobody has said anything.
Yeah, I actually plan on saying
Yeah.
it.
And he's kind of busy, being intimidating in the front.
Yeah.
No problem. Go fight, kill people, and
Yeah. She's just napping.
yeah.
Shadow,
She does
fix
like
her up.
buildings, like there are no trees around. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming Gallandale is out of spells.
He's got his cantrips.
He has cantrips.
No heals though, because he used sleep and heal already. That should be his two first level spells.
Yeah. Although, like I said, he probably has the. Well, no, he doesn't have. He's not a cleric or whatever. So yeah, only the clerics or the druids.
Did I hear Ravona asking about Goodberry earlier?
Yeah, she wanted to know if she could feed herself a good berry, but she's unconscious. So
If she'd shared the good berries with the party, we could stuff them in her mouth and chew them up.
Yeah, she hasn't cast it though, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was not as prepared as she should have been.
Everybody's back, I think, except for Doc.
Nope, Doc's back.
Oh, all right. Cool. If everybody's back, we will hopefully finish this off. This is taking longer than I expected, so sorry about that. But, that's okay, I suppose.
It's still within our play session. You're good.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, Belvar.
Okay. He is going to move forward, draw his longsword, and try to stab the goblin on the ground.
Man, that poor goblin on the ground. Okay.
If we can hit the damn thing.
He doesn't want to trip over him.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, he's asleep. He's going to get woken up here sooner or later, so.
Might as well be by a sword in the neck. Yeah. And that's going to be a crit, so that's going to be enough to kill him. Yeah, you.
I've done my share of this fight, you guys.
Casually just, slowly sink a sword into him as you look menacing at the rest of the group. Dalnar.
So I pretty much down air. I pretty much step forward and stop and kind of look down at Ravona. It's like, guys, are we just leaving her? Like, I was getting ready to leave her. It's like, wait, should I? Yeah, are we just leaving her?
Leave who?
She's okay. I don't know how to help her further.
She's right here with this damn book. Kelevar's not terribly bright.
The thing is, I don't know Kelevar's a healer, so it's like, I just stand at the corner of my bow drawn.
Go.
I just basically stand at the corner of my bow drawn. I'm not leaving her.
Okay. If somebody pokes her head around, just shoot him.
Yeah.
This goblin is definitely scared of, but not as scared as he is of Jedla, so he will take a swing at Kelevar. And once my goblin comes up, and he will miss. Kimba, okay, give me a religion roll. No, give me a wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
All right. Yeah, you know,
Your god is weak.
these guys are bad guys. Beat them up.
All right. These guys are bad guys. You shouldn't have came in here, those bad guys.
Yeah.
And
Although Kelevar, like I said, you noticed, you know, this lizard dude's acting kind of zombie like. You know.
all right, Sacred Flame on Kelevar.
All right. Roll it up, Kelevar.
That's oh crap. That's a dexterity save.
Yes.
Yep. You take 5 as flames engulf you. Holy flames that are definitely from a powerful god.
A very powerful god.
Very powerful. Ravona is laying there peacefully slumbering. Shadow.
So hey, dumb question.
Yeah.
Can I use my stone endurance on that?
Your what?
Stone's endurance as a reaction, reduce damage dealt to you by 1d12 plus 2 once per short rest.
Sure. It doesn't specify anything about magical or slash.
Yeah,
just says damage.
No,
in
the way it
D&D
reads, is just whatever. Like anytime you take damage, you
Okay.
can choose to roll a d12 plus something and then reduce that by that amount.
Yep.
Pretty fucking
Can do.
nice.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like a character mancer added it properly, but it's the Goliath racial.
Okay. Yeah. Go for it. All right. Well, it's a pretty powerful god, but you slough off some of it, so that's good.
Yeah,
So
but that reduced it down to 2 points of damage. That's not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Shadow. You're still feeling kind of woozy and spinny in the head.
Yeah, but I don't like that lady that did that spell on me, so I'm gonna run up and stab her.
Alrighty. Stabby stab. What's her?
Oh, come on.
No. Oh yeah, and so you minus that. Yeah, definitely not. She's a wily one, and it looks like she's wearing chainmail.
Okay, I'll use my bonus attack to stab again,
All right,
because I got
Stab.
my second sword.
stab again.
Yeah, that's a.
Ooh,
There we go.
Roll that negative 1d4 though.
I thought it was only once. Is it while it persists?
Let's see.
Rain is remember Phil's name. Time to roll a d4 subtract number rolled from the attack roll or saving throw.
Yep.
So-
Yeah, it says whenever.
Yep. So
Okay.
D4.
Okay, yeah, concentration. Got it. Okay. Let me roll the d4.
Bury my dad.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, you're just a little too spinny.
Okay.
She's able to get out of the way. Although now she's in a panic. But she. She will try to hit you back, Shadow, with her. With a warhammer that she has. I think 15 hit.
Yeah, AC 14.
Oh. 8 bludgeoning.
Ow!
It's vicious. She rolled max.
Yeah.
And a DC con save, please. DC 10 con save.
D10 con? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
And Shadow, oh yeah, you'd roll a D4 or minus that anyway. Shadow, and when he gets hit, struck across the head, he just kind of tenses up. All of his muscles, looks like he, just freezing in place. Let me see, token status. You are paralyzed. Yep.
I know.
Well,
Pretty
no.
distressing.
It is.
Yeah, that's my thoughts exactly. That hound dog howl.
It is distressing. Yes.
Not bad.
Just
Interesting
subtitle it
sound for
cats.
taxi.
Well, cats can yowl like that.
Yeah,
yes,
true.
they can.
Mine does.
Yeah, though, being kind of a paralyzed statue with somebody swinging a warhammer around you is not a good thing.
Yeah.
Gallandale.
Okay. Yep, here I come. At her.
At her. All right. It strikes her true.
A glancing blow, to be sure.
True for 2.
But it might be enough to disrupt concentration.
Oh yeah, she does.
She has to maintain Bang.
Yep.
That's true.
DC 10, right?
Yep, DC 10. What's her con? She get a plus. Here it is. DC 10. Oh yeah, she's not good. This goblin
is of Orcus prevails.
The might of Orcus prevails. This goblin is fleeing. Gullivar.
So the goblin next to her is running, you say?
Nope. Sorry, the off-screen goblin is fleeing. The goblin next to her is not happy to be there, but he doesn't want to get into the wrath of Kendra.
Seeing that Shadow just froze up, thinking probably swinging at her since she's adjacent.
Alrighty. Clang.
Whiff.
Dalinar, you hear, battle. Can you see?
You cannot.
Yeah, you can. You can't really see what's going on, but you don't see the tabaxi moving. You just the tail's not twitching.
Fine, I have to move forward. Oh, well, shit.
Yeah, tabaxi's just frozen right there, and
case. Sleep.
Alrighty.
26.
26. This goblin.
Was he already asleep? Or did he wake up?
No, he is asleep. Falls asleep. The lizard dude in back. He falls. Oops. He falls asleep. And that's it.
No better than nothing.
This goblin sleeps.
And I go ahead and say, focus on that one. Point the one that's still up with the book.
Kimba, you are asleep. Give me a wisdom save.
All right. Wisdom save here.
Okay. You are snoring. Ravona, you are somewhat asleep as well. Shadow, you are paralyzed, but you can make a. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure you can. I'm going to say at the end of your turn, make that DC con check again, please.
Okay.
You are still paralyzed.
Our rolls suck tonight.
Yep.
Jed uses her bonus action to disengage. She goes back here and kicks the sleeping lizard man, who comes awake, and she says, "Protect your master," and she continues to move back this way.
Hello.
Countdown. Galen.
Okay. Galen is going to line himself up.
Good about the lizard.
The lizard man is still on the ground, but he is waking up. You saw
Why is he waking up?
because Jedra kicked him.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. But he won't get up until that round. Okay, I am going to firebolt Chicky.
Chicky, alrighty.
Yeah. What? You want to give her a better name?
Jedra.
Dedra.
Sorry.
You said that like 14 times. I missed anyways. Don't worry about it.
Oh, no, I didn't have the name played up, darn it. All right. You missed anyway.
Yep.
A firebolt comes screaming down. Kalavar. You have a sleeping goblin right in front of you, and a paralyzed buddy next to you.
This is a really dumb question. So Kalavar is not terribly bright. After watching Jedra kick the lizard man and seeing him wake up, would Kalavar think that kicking Shadow might have the same effect?
It might.
He's wise.
Yeah, sure.
So
He is wise. Yeah, I mean, you think
Yeah, he knows not to kick hard.
Yeah, he's not going to kick hard. Although he knows it's bright enough to know he's not sleeping. So,
okay. In that case, he'll stab the goblin in front of him.
Yeah, I would say probably not. Yeah, so
because otherwise, I could totally see him kicking the cat. God damn it! Get moving.
Get going. Yeah, exactly. Boy, you guys are rolling pretty poor. Yeah, you actually do not kill that dude. Down there.
There's sleep spell. I'm gonna do it back here.
Okay, roll it.
Hopefully far enough away from the lizard.
You're gonna have to roll pretty well, but go for it.
Oh damn, really? Okay. I'll try it.
Yeah, you guys had a lot of sleeps. That's why I threw a fair amount of goblins at you. 12 hit points? Yeah, nothing. Okay. She yawns at you. This guy is continuing to sleep while people poke at him and can't seem to kill him. Kimba, give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving throw. Haha, 19.
19. You see Kimba, you see the lizard dude turn toward the group like he's going to cast a spell, and he glances back at Jedra, and he stops and doesn't do anything as she yells, "Kill them! Kill them!" And it looks like he kind of stops himself in the midst of casting, but that is all he does. Ravona, sorry. Shadow, you can make that DC save, con save.
And there's a song like my.
Sorry, Shadow. Shadow is still paralyzed.
Shadow should have taken that kick.
Yeah. How many does she have left? She's only cast that once. She will cast at the Kalavar's that looks the biggest. He's the most threatening. So she is going to cast that at him again. Hold on a sec. All right. Sorry, I had to yell at cats. Roll me a con save, please.
Trust me, we know the feeling if you stare at Shadow.
Yeah. Kalavar, yeah, you shake it off. Your vision starts to dim. And
That's not a concentration spell on her side, is it? No, it doesn't look like it.
No. Yep. And you shake it off. Yep. Galen, you see everything happening. Like I said, lizard dude in front of you looks confused. Like he's not actively attacking you, but he
Right.
certainly did.
I don't even know if I saw him attacking her.
Yeah, you probably did. Yeah.
Yeah.
You saw me get lit up with holy flame.
Oh, this is so funny.
Yeah, but not really where it came from.
True story, but I did definitely see her, and she's running away, and she's got a big book, and I'm not stupid. And, or am I? I'm going to try this yet again.
That hits her.
Great.
And
More importantly, does she make her
yeah.
concentration save? Yeah.
Let's see. This is the con save. Think. DC 10. She fails that. Shadow, you're still paralyzed because that's not a concentration on her end, but you are no longer baned. So you got that going for you.
Helps.
Yeah. Anything else? Galen, moving? Or you moved a little bit? Take that as a no.
No, nothing. I'm sorry.
Stab the goblin.
Stab the goblin. Yeah, okay. The
Huzzah.
goblin. Huzzah, you've killed a helpless, sleeping goblin who is just dreaming about his summer with his kids and family, and now he's paced.
Okay.
You have no movement.
He's moving up here. Because that guy hasn't attacked, but he also hasn't turned and started helping us. So, as far as I'm concerned, he lit me on fire. He's still an enemy.
All right, so you can move up next to him. Yep.
Do I
Down
have
there.
a clear shot at Dedra with the bow and arrow?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It's fluid combat. I mean, nobody's really like standing exactly where they are at any time, so go for it. That hits, and you put an arrow into her. She's not concentrating on anything else, so it doesn't particularly matter.
And I don't like. I still want to see. I'm best I can around this area in case something else comes up. I'm not leaving.
Yep. You don't hear anybody actively stabbing Ravona, so that's good.
Yeah.
Make a wisdom save, please. Oh, he's definitely not.
I passed it last turn.
You did pass it last turn, and you were so not attacking anybody, and you continue to not attack anyone. He has kind of the Kalavar, as you move up to the lizard face, he has like I said, you get close to him, he looks confused. He looks kind of stunned. He certainly doesn't look actively combative at this point.
Okay.
Ravona, sorry, Shadow.
Makes your life easy.
Con save again. Yes. At the end of the turn, you are no longer paralyzed.
Got my pet cat speed back because I couldn't move.
Jedra says, you hear her, she yells at the lizard dude again. You're worthless. You're not worth the gold I paid. And she, wow, she doesn't really have, let's see. She liked crossbows. The lizard dude.
Really?
Yep.
That definitely misses.
Does she get sneak attack on it for having enemies next to him?
No. She does not have the goblin.
Sorry, Meth. I just had to try.
He doesn't like you.
Yep. Galen.
Galen is going to move within melee range,
Okay.
pulling a longsword, which should be, or not longsword, sorry, rapier.
Yep.
And swinging and missing.
Wildly missing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Calavar.
Okay, so the lizard man in front of me has not attacked for 2 rounds, and he looks confused and all of that. Do I get any additional insight on that off of religion or anything like that?
You already did a religious check, and,
Okay.
and like I said, you seem to, you know him of the clerical nature. You didn't particularly recognize the guard or any holy symbol or anything like that, but yeah.
But more of about like what kind of effect he's under or anything like that.
Yeah, he's definitely, like I said, not. He doesn't seem to be acting in his own accord.
Okay. Well, we've got Shadow and Tal behind here who can keep on him, so I'm going to move into melee range of the girl as well.
Alrighty. She does not like that, but you can swing.
Can I go there?
Yep. Oh, ouch.
Oh.
10, 11, 12. Wow. Well, how do you want to crush Jedla's skull in?
Actually, it cleaves through her collarbone, taking off that arm that was holding the book, and then she flails and drops.
That is exactly what she does. And that is the immediacy of combat. What happens in the next few seconds is you see...
We get new boots. Lizard skin.
The lizard, yeah, you get some new boots. The lizard dude kind of shakes his head and looks around like he's kind of seeing things for the first time. And he's, like I said, he's definitely not attacking anyone anymore. And he's kind of looks confused at you all and yeah, goes from there. And he says something. I don't know what he says.
That's your cue.
Oh. He gets his bearings, he looks around, and he says, "It was not your time." And then he steps over to the corner and gently nudges to Kelavar just to stand around the corner, like, down here ish.
Sorry, I got interrupted for a second. I missed the other part I heard of that was it was not your time and nudge.
He tries to
just
nudge you.
just kind of nudges you politely to stand off to the side around the corner, like maybe down here.
Was it the hippies' time? I asked him way back here.
Kalavar stands his ground. He does not like this guy. This guy tried to light him on fire.
Did 1 damage to him, and he's pissed.
That 1 point of damage is very important.
So
he stands his ground. He's just looking down at him.
Very well. He says, "Jinga, Jinga," and he starts walking up the stairs, and just kind of holds his hand out and tells everybody to kind of hold on. Are we
letting him go, or am I talking?
I grabbed the book she's got.
Yeah.
Before we go any further.
And Kimba continues to call out the name of the goblin that ran off.
Kalavar looks at Shadow. Shadow, are you chasing him?
Yeah, well, actually, I am getting your attention to try to... Because I think I figured out that, the book was controlling him. So he didn't attack you because it was his choice.
Galen, you feel real evil coming off that book. Like it's taken a lot of you for just to pick up that book. You kind of feel
Like
sick
weight wise, or it's
sick in the stomach. No,
Oh.
not weight wise. I mean, like
Okay.
it's making you nauseous holding on to the book.
Is there anything written on the?
What do you speak or read?
Let's see, what do we got
How
here?
about Dispel?
Common, Draconic, Elven, Sylvan.
No.
Okay.
Magic crap and some and yeah, a language you do not recognize.
Okay.
Kimba, are you going to go running up the stairs after the goblin?
Not
Or are you
running.
gonna-
Very, very calmly approaching up the stairs, but yes, following the goblin.
Okay. Is everybody going to follow him or let him go or what?
Hey,
Or are you just gonna let Zen bleed out down there?
I was
I'm not
actually
following.
coming to check on her right now.
I say, where's Ravona?
I kind of point over there. Bleeding over there.
No, she's bandaged.
She's not
Bleeding.
bleeding.
Sleeping over
Shadow?
there. We're
Shadow, do
gonna
you
our
have
sleep
him?
spells.
If so, I'll go deal with her.
Yeah, I'll follow him.
Okay, Kelevar's going to fall back to find Ravona.
All right. Kimba, what are you doing?
I want to find that goblin.
Okay. You find him cowering in the corner of one of the rooms upstairs. I'm not going to move you both up to that map, but yes, he's cowering.
I approach him
Uh-huh.
and
He lets you. He doesn't have any reason not to.
and I say, Jinga, it is your time. It was not theirs, but it is yours. And I kind of like put my hands on him and
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Wow.
Shadow, you see that's vicious. The, oh yeah, go ahead and roll the damage for it. Yeah, you don't have to worry about touching him. He lets you touch him. Holy shit. Yeah, Shadow, he goes and puts his hand on this goblin and just a wave of dark, evil, necrotic damage. A wave of, energy pours out, and this poor little goblin's head just sort of collapses into a husk as his life force drains away.
I gently lay him upon the stone and kind of neaten up his clothes a little bit, around him, kind of make him look as nice as he can.
Sure.
Maybe lay his weapon across his chest and then stand and I shut the door as I leave the room.
Okay. Shadow, you're not sure what to make all this, other than he did just kill a goblin that was trying to kill you. So,
Yeah, that's a little creepy, but he's at least kind of on our side.
And he's definitely not being aggressive in any ways. Galen, that's cool. It's all cool. And Kelevar, you reach Ravona. She's, bandaged up as well as she can be in the middle of combat, but she looks unconscious but stable. She's not bleeding
And
out.
then Cure Minor is 1d4 plus spell mod.
Yep. Ooh, yeah. So Ravona, you wake back up, ready to fight. Where are they? Let me at them.
Come back from the darkness.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
And yeah. So that's where everybody is out of combat. Yeah, so like I said, you have this Galen is still clutching this terribly evil looking book, making you sort of physically ill holding on to it.
Hey, did you say it was like attached to a chain or something like that?
No, she was just grasping it with a hand.
Can I motion to Galen, like, can I take a look at that? Knowledge Arcana?
look over at him all discouraging and put it on the ground on oh God, I don't know, the cloak of a dead goblin, so we can wrap it up and not have to physically touch it. Be careful.
All right. Kimba, you know this book, Evil Mojo. As a matter of fact, you really wanted this book gone.
Yeah. If I see them messing with it, I'd like to tell them to not to.
And
Yeah,
what is
tell
it?
them whatever. Kimba says, "Hey, don't mess with this." What do you say?
Hey.
Yeah, I say, do not
You're-
set.
You were trying to kill us like 2 minutes ago, weren't you?
Evil that controls me is within the book.
Wasn't he just praying to Orcus?
I'm pretty sure he was.
Well,
And
then.
Kimba says, Orcus. Puh. Orcus is for death. I'm not for death. I'm not for life, but I'm not for death.
That clears
Sounds like a comedy
everything
routine.
up. Thank you.
Who's on first?
Exactly that. I swear to God.
He seems sincere. Like I said, he seems to now sort of be, he's definitely, acting on his own, but he definitely does not want this book. He would like you, Matthew, you really want to see this book destroyed.
Do I know that it would take any special consideration to destroy it? Like, would I
Fireworks?
Would I just want to light it on fire with a normal fire?
Yeah, I mean, you think magic fire would probably be good, but a nice strong fire of any type would be good.
So
it is a spell book. So right now the book is laying on a goblin's cloak on the middle of the ground. Everybody's kind of standing around staring at it, keeping an eye out for Kimba to do anything weird. And yeah, go ahead.
Kimba does not make any motion, but he does implore the rest of the party. He says, I want this book gone. You want this book gone, but I'm at your mercy. Please make this book gone.
What is the book? Before we destroy it, I want to know what it is.
But when I said, who's this dude?
Shadow, are you doing that on the sly?
Not really. I'm basically, I always do things kind of on the sly, but
Sure.
It's one of those, I'm not being obvious about it. I'm just sort of, basically, as we walked back, the dead goblins, I was checking to see if there were any, if they had daggers.
Sure.
Because extras are always handy.
Jetla has a really weird looking warhammer that's got like a skull on it. The one she whacked you with, and it paralyzed you when she hit you.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's kind of different. I'm gonna definitely pick that up and probably hand it over to Calavar.
Yeah. It doesn't feel any different to you, Calavar, though. It feels like a warhammer. And same thing for you, Shadow.
Okay.
You're not sure, if the weapon itself does anything, or if she was imbued with some sort of power to do it. And as you rifle through quickly, Jedra has a few gems on it. Let's say 3 gems worth 25 gold apiece, and another 25 gold pieces. So,
okay.
Yeah. So keep that personal unless you point that out to people.
I'll probably end up sharing it, but
okay. Because everybody else is standing around looking at the book, and Kimba told you what he told you.
Can I do a...
Calavar's still glaring at Kimba.
I don't want to destroy it until I know it. That's my thought.
Is there any, I guess, incentive that I can provide for them?
You've suggested that it has some sort of evil. It is sort of an evil control over you. You have pleaded with them, you can roll a persuasion check, but effectively, I mean, he seems sincere. He's definitely wants this thing gone, but
my charisma is -1, so I do want to convey that I'm not very. There's not like a showmanship to what Kimba's saying about the book. There is only fact.
Yeah. But nobody has to burn it. You can look at it.
I don't know if this is safe.
Was walking into a Tesla
so-
Goblin safe?
Well, yeah.
This could steal your soul.
Do you want to pick it up, Rain?
Can I?
Yeah, hand it to him. You're a big boy now.
You hand it to him?
Yep.
Do you take it? Yeah,
Yes.
you feel barfy, like you're gonna puke if you hold on to this for too long. But
I skim
definitely
through it really quickly.
do you read Abyssal?
I do not.
Looks like junk. You can't
I
make
drop
anything
it.
out of it.
Useless to make. Burn it.
Would we be able to take it back to a temple and do a purifying ritual or something like that, perhaps?
Yeah, I mean, you're a religious dude. You typically think that converting evil religion things to good religion things is not really a thing. You typically just destroy evil religion things. I mean, it may contain spells, but you're not sure because you can't read it. So
Like I said, useless to me.
So-
Yeah.
I grab it back and say,
On
burn
that
it.
note, has Kimba noticed that Kelevar is a cleric? We did the other way around, but has Kimba noticed that Kelevar is a cleric?
yeah, give me a religion check. Yeah, he's definitely of the clerical persuasion and religious man, holy man of some type. Kelevar, did we decide? We didn't really decide what god and stuff you prayed to. I'm gonna make it a pretty high DC. Give me another religion check, Kimba.
Let's see.
Yep, he's definitely religious, but you don't recognize the holy symbols or anything of his that he has on his
All right.
clothing.
Forget the deity between now and next session.
The important thing is that he recognizes Kelevar as another cleric.
Yes.
And while also recognizing the tension that exists due to the previous combat, he looks at Kelevar specifically and says, this book needs to be destroyed.
No, it's following me.
Yeah. So there you go.
That's it.
You've got a religious dude telling you that.
And whether you agree with him or not, he's right.
Hale, put the book down, please.
Yeah, I dropped it.
All right. It's sitting there. Okay.
No points to it.
Enough talk, Galen says, and he blasts it with a firebolt, and it starts crackling, and black smoke starts pouring from it, and you think you hear some screams coming from it, and
Or steps back and pushes other people back away from it.
and so everybody kind of backs away a little bit, and the smoke continues to pour, and it crackles away into dust. And Kimba, you feel a weight lifted from your soul. You feel like a freedom of that you haven't felt before, and you realize that all these memories of your service that you've been doing for the last months and months, definitely not something that you are happy about, and you've been in the service of the
Like, oh, man.
wrong wrong Lord of the Dead, and yeah, it's not good. Not a good feeling for you.
All right. Do I know anything about the screams from the book, just from hanging around Jedward?
You do not.
Okay. Do I get the impression that those screams were not just for show?
You do not know why there were screams coming out of the book. Sorry.
All right. Regardless, Kimba says it was their time, and then begins to walk and waits at the front door of the castle.
So,
Sure.
is that all the goblins?
We don't want to go look around.
I want to go upstairs and get my dagger back.
Hey, did anybody check the priestess's body? She must have had something on her. Oh, you've got her hammer. Was there anything else?
Although there are bonds.
I don't know. Was there anything else?
I know.
Yeah, I'll mention. I'll basically. Shadow will show the gold that he found.
Where's Kimba going?
Kimba is appropriately laying to rest the goblin that was killed on the bridge.
Oh, okay.
Okay. When Shadow goes upstairs to retrieve his dagger, Kilifer, I'll go with him.
All right. Cool. Yeah, you guys don't see any. There's no goblins upstairs. We will switch to other maps since we're actually end of time. But yeah, you do not. There's no more goblins screaming and running in your direction.
Is there anybody else wounded?
There is nobody else wounded.
I'm wounded.
Oh yeah, I mean wounded in your party. Yes. There's goblin bodies.
Do you want to rest up here before we head back?
I've already done what I can for Ravona.
You're gonna what?
I was gonna say if anybody else needs healing, I can top them off a little bit, but I've already done what I can for Ravona.
Yeah, I need a heal. I've got one hit point left, so
I'll actually use Cure Wounds on him then.
Alrighty. Yeah, and Kimba kind of continues to, lay to rest goblin bodies as he finds them. There were 2 in the doorway too, and 2 down the hallway. So those would be the ones that you'd probably do first.
I will probably just shrug and actually go look for my arrows.
You can collect half, whatever you used.
I wish I could make a statue of you.
Yeah, so you can decide. So everybody will level up, assuming there's a long rest. So we can either decide to try to rest here, or you can try to.
How secure is this place? Is it a place that we can secure?
Yeah, it's trashed out. I mean, some of the walls are crumbling and stuff, but the goblins, you see if you poke around a little bit, you see there's some hay mats and stuff they've been using, and but yeah, it's pretty junked up. As far as security, there's no front gate, but these doors that the Kelevar kicked in are the only main doors into the castle area. So could be that you could close those up and be good for the evening. Yeah. Other than that, like I said, Kimba does his thing, and everybody watches him. That's really weird. But otherwise, he's leaving you alone in general.
Okay. I'm gonna retrieve my dagger, and I'm also gonna look for any extras.
Okay.
Cool. Daggers, darts, stuff that is useful to throw.
Gotcha.
And actually, the goblins had short bows, didn't they?
Goblins had short bows, so yeah, you can refine it. So any arrows you can, and if you want to grab an extra short bow, you certainly can.
Well, actually, I don't have a short bow yet, so I'll grab a short bow and some arrows, just because the daggers and darts are handy, but they don't have much in the way of range.
Yeah.
What are we doing about all of these other closed doors?
Oh, I think eventually we're going to want to take a look at this place.
Yeah.
Go through it. I don't know if we want to do it anymore tonight.
Yeah. I mean, for quickness sake, like I said, there's no more goblins. There's nothing special about this castle, except it looks like it's, kind of falling apart in various places. I will open up the doors for next time, and you guys can poke around. There's some crash furniture, and definitely, like I said, nobody's really used this. There looks like there might be some, out in the main courtyard. There's some animal poop and whatnot. So there's obviously some animals that have used this general area, but in general, it's cleaned out. Castle.
They've been harassing some of the travelers. Is there anything left over from their spoils?
Yeah, total. You find total of worth, let's say, 110 gold pieces.
110. Who wants to keep track of the party gold?
Yeah, can we do a party loot?
Sure.
Sheet?
Yeah. Why don't we? We did it before. Do you want to take care of that, Thor?
I can.
A handout.
Are you or whoever?
I say Thor because he's already the one that's loot and everything, so might as well.
Yeah.
I'm just after the interesting stuff. The gold's not that interesting.
Yeah. You can find yourself a couple more daggers.
Okay, and you said it was okay. You said it was an additional
110.
110? 120?
120.
Okay. So that brings so plus the 25 from Jedra brings us up to 145?
Yeah, 145, and then you had 3 gems at 25 each.
Yeah, I've got those still.
Okay, cool. And we're on time here, so we'll call it and we'll figure out what you guys, if you want to try to sleep here, you want to try to go back, whatever, next time.
Well, can we assume we sleep here? That way we get the long rest you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And have that out of the way for next session?
That's fine. Let me do this since I'm trying to be...
Well, if we're going to long rest, Kelevar is going to cure Miner himself before we do.
Okay.
That makes
problem.
sense.
You
batten
down the hatches and if Kimba wants to tell any more of his history or past or who he is, he certainly can. While you guys, hang out for the evening. Kimba, these guys, they seem like decent dudes. You're not really sure what their goal is here. Nobody has said really why they're trying to go to Rapanathik or do things. So, but other than that, one guy's a cleric, so can't be that bad. And I will offline some stuff to people that makes sense given the situation, and you can decide how you want to react next time.
Okay, guys. Well, scatter. It's going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to this campaign.
Yeah, very good start.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Thank you for running and everything. Did you say we're leveling up?
Yeah, everybody gets second level.
Oh,
okay,
cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone who participated in the battle.
Everybody participated in the battle. Sorry, Zen.
No.
She participated early. Hey, she tanked.
She did the rock.
She tanked 12 points of damage.
She tanked all right.
Yeah, she tanked 12 points of damage, so there you go. All right, well, so we're, a month out or something, so I promise to have, there may be some more clickable things and whatnot, so in Roll20, but thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Good night, guys.
And, like I said, PM me just as a reminder if there's anything weird on your character sheet that I need to update or fix or need help with. So.